hoping that we're live. As usual, I'll do the check to see that we are broadcasting. So if somebody could just drop a comment saying it's got video and audio, preferably. I've been trying to sort things out this week with the cameras, so I'm really hoping that this is all working. Apart from the fact that the view for the train camera has stopped working. So, but anyway, can someone just comment saying it's coming through, please? Live, okay. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Oh, shut the phone up. Let me just scroll to the top. First of all, a quick one about the post we made in the short video. We heard the news about Paul Bottrell passing away from cancer, which is gutting to the community as a whole, for his family as well, obviously. But most people knew Paul Bottrell as an extremely talented diorama maker. His scenery was, well, I don't know how to describe it. It was beyond words. It really was. He was an amazing bloke. So we're gutted for him, as for the community and for his family as well. So rest in peace, Paul. Brian first, and another one. Brian, thank you for swapping next week. In case anybody hasn't seen it, next week we're going to be starting at 6 p.m, ending at 8, and then Brian's going to do his monthly waffle from 8 o'clock onwards. This is because we're out earlier in the morning next week. So thank you, Brian, for letting us do that. Much appreciated. Paul Woods in a second. Thank you. Get the words out. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. And Maura, I hope you're doing okay, darling. I'm glad you got your power back fairly quickly. I know you and Mark were absolutely hammered and affected by the storm. And Richard, good evening, Rob and Grace. Sorry to hear about Paul Bottrell. Rest in peace. Yeah, indeed so, Richard. Good to see you, though, mate. Good to see you. And Mav, evening all. Ignore me. I'll be sitting in the corner sipping my water. You do know that Gab's got to charge you for sitting in the corner of the bar, yeah? You can't just sit there drinking water all night. Richard, Chris, good to see you in, Chris. Hope you are keeping well, buddy. Maura, Richard, that's us. And Gavin, Grace Munching, yeah, GMT, Grace Munching Tea. That was very quick of you, Gav, I have to say. Yeah, Grace is having a late tea. That's why she's MIA at the moment. Just me and Morgan in the shed. And Ray Bertelson, good to see you in, buddy. Gavin, the bar will be open soon. Good evening to all. Rob and Grace, mine is a lemon tea. Really? And John Pinney, good evening. Hope you're all okay and the storm didn't affect you too much. I hope you're okay, Maura. Yeah, well, with us, the storm, we got the bottom end of the storm, so we were quite lucky, whereas the likes of Maura, Donegal, Dad, they were absolutely hammered with it. We know that they both lost power in the storm. Donegal did a live stream view out of his, I presume it's front room window, showing how bad it was over there. Let's just hope nobody's had any damage. Maura, I'll have a beer. And Maria, good evening. You alright, darling? Works for me, Gavin. Smallwood Junction, evening, Rob and Grace and all in the chat. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you as always. Hi, John. Got quite lightly. Thankfully, some people are still without power. And oh, Jesus, really? I know it's over 1 million people in Ireland that went without the power for a while, didn't they? I imagine the services are working over there like crazy to try and get it sorted. More Smallwood. I heard that news. Such a shame, especially that. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Live, okay? All good. Yeah. Oh, this chat jumps as usual. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to catch back up where I was. The chat's jumped. Where are we? Lyndon, good to see you too, buddy. And Andy, how you keeping, matey? And Daz, how do, Daz? You keeping well, mate? I hope you are. And Tom Houston, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you again. John and Victor Levitt, good to see you as well. I hope you're keeping well, mate. And Aaron, don't, Aaron. Just behave yourself. For once, behave yourself, Aaron. Don't type it. Resist the urge to type it. That's all I'm saying. And Hermitage Road, good to see you in. Hope you're keeping well, bud. This is going to jump again. And Mark, as I was talking about. Yeah, I was just telling you, well, obviously you've seen it. You heard me saying, Mark, you and Maura copped the worst of it above all of us. Yeah, Gavin, I don't charge for Mab sitting in the corner. I'm charging him double for the work. Good, man. Just make sure if it's any ice and lemon, it's quadruple the price, please, Gav. It's overhead costs, mate. Yeah, did it. People saying hello. Glad you're back online. Yeah, good to see Mark back online. And indeed, Maura. Oh, it's jumped. We don't do YouTube. We do YouTube, but back online, no damage. A power up for a day and a half. Can't be easy with a family having the power off for that long. Oh, 2 seconds. Someone has arrived us.
Oh, it came down out there.
Yeah, that was rather a quick blast of the old.
Poor Judy was outside.
I did notice.
We wondered what it was at first.
Oh, right. Wait.
If I can have.
What? I do apologise, guys. I'm slowly losing track.
By your hand. Oh.
Where are we? Come on. Right. I do apologise. Say hello again if I miss you, please, and then slap me around the back of the head.
Yes.
Lyndon, I gave you a shout out. I know it. Andy, Victor, Daz, Dan. Good evening, Dan. I hope you're keeping well, mate. And Tim.
Have you warned them about the electric?
Oh yeah, we've had a very, very minor power cut about 13 minutes ago, so if it vanishes, you know why.
Oh, Rob, it's all around.
What?
Someone's put on a page, and there's loads of places with it that have just had it.
Valley's off. RAF Valley, Bringar,
Not off, but they've just had the flickering.
Yeah. So if we vanish, guys, you know why there is a power issue locally. And Timber Surf, good to see you in, buddy. A couple of friends have been told a week before it's restored. Jesus. Victor, Gavin, Ray, Timber. Yeah, Aaron. I said behave. And I mean it. I'm watching you. Paul Woods glare. Yeah, take note, Aaron. Paul Woods is glaring at you. Tom, I was lucky power-wise. Only blinked off for a couple of times, but I lost a dozen slates. Oh, Jesus. So whereabouts roughly are you, Tom? Obviously, don't give you proper location, but roughly where are you, mate? Because, as I say, we were on the bottom end of the storm. And it jumped again.
And somebody's proved he's not a cold-hearted bugger, haven't you?
Trevor Veal, good evening, everyone. What deliveries have you had this week, Trev?
Yeah.
We always have to ask that.
Hey.
Timber, Alan. Oh, come near me, Gav, and I'll pee in your boots. You've been warned, Gav. That's rather.
They bullying Gav again.
I know.
Harris Tweed.
Tom. And Harris Tweed, we received your parcel and we have addressed it. Oh, you'll know about that because I sent you a link. There's a video coming out. Harris sent us a parcel and it's amazing.
And Morgan decided to become a parrot.
Oh, yes. I do hope you've watched the video, Harris, because if you haven't, you need to, because Morgan has fallen in love with one certain item in it. John, Richard, John Penny saying hello, Grace. Paul Woods saying Gav is not a lamppost. Oh, Paul Woods on the defensive tonight. Good one. Dan, my membership payment will be sorted this week. As you're aware, we had a water issue. But not a problem, Dan. It's never an issue. It's never expected, mate. Never, ever, ever expected, buddy. It's always appreciated. High heels, mate. Oh dear. Anthony, Middleport Junction. Hi, Rob and Grace and all in the chat. We was it this Anthony or no? It was the other Anthony with the video, wasn't it?
No,
the other Anthony. Yeah.
Train dodge.
Oh, Aaronville, the purple princess has arrived. I presume he's not talking about trains. He's talking about you.
He's not talking about you, is he?
Purple. Was there a storm? Yeah, there was a storm. John Penny. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. And it's jumped again. Bar squid.
Why it does that. You haven't got the thing up in the corner either.
The thing. No, it won't do. It's on studio mode, Grace.
So how come it did it with mine?
I don't know. Oh, why does this keep on jumping? Dun, 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 dun. We're flickering here. Yeah, there's quite a few off this that have. There are places here that have lost power. We had a flicker in the house, and Verdedden Valley and RAF Valley and Bringaran have all had issues.
Looks like a whole island could go out.
More 50p is needed, Rob. Usually it means this area. It'll mean the substation at RAF Valley.
Yeah, but that'll be a chuckle. I did know when all that area had no water, and we could all have no power.
Dad's saying, chat moving too fast. How do anyone I missed? Paul Woods, yeah, it's gone up to £2, yeah. No longer 50p's. Tom, I'm counting. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, that explains a lot, buddy. But yeah, you sounds like you've been proper hammered. Ray, we're lurking, listening while building some modules with the nice weather for a change today. Well, we've just had an absolute downpour outside. Trev, a 040 steam loco, Smoky Joe, very nice. Well, we're waiting for these colds to clear properly, and then we're going to see a friend, and we might be getting hold of a lot more stuff, hopefully. Aaron, I thought my finger was bleeding and noticed it was a red marker. You're not right in the head. You're not right in the head, are you, Aaron? You're really not right in the head. Love you loads, dude, but you're not right in the head. I remember when it was 10p.
Jesus.
Can you cough quietly, please? Okay, we can hear you, Rob, but is anyone else finding it really quiet? My volume is on 100%.
Clean your ears out, Mav. It sounded fine on mine when I listened to it on the phone.
If I bring this over here, does that make any difference? Is that any better?
Is he a chipmunk again?
I'm not a chipmunk, am I, Mav? Please tell me I'm not a chipmunk. Anthony Middleport, I'm the other Anthony. I'm in Stoke-on-Trent. Sound good for me. As it is Burns night, I have had haggis for supper. Very nice. John Penny, I remember drilling through some wood and stupidly, instead of putting the workbench up, I put a hand underneath to support the wood. You can guess the rest. Yes, because I've done exactly the same thing, John. Tom, meant to have haggis tonight, but couldn't catch one. Yeah, they are wily buggers, aren't they, Tom? It's finding the right locations, even down to the right footwear, so they can't hear you when you're creeping up on them. Lyndon, I put a new video up of some new kit I bought. It looks pretty interested. Well, share a link to it, Lyndon. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look. Go to channel. Video. That's muted, but we shall share. Copy link. There we go. So we'll share Lyndon's new video.
Oh, box.
And jumped again. Bloody thing. And sister Agnes moved to Ireland in Dundalk where I'm from. Her cottage is now a visit. Cool. And Anthony dodged the model train out. That's the other one.
Do you want to turn this off now, especially if power's going to go to make sure it properly discharges?
Yeah.
Because we're at 20 anyway, aren't we?
So polite, this heater is. You have to leave, when you turn it off, you have to leave it off, powered up for half an hour so it can dissipate. and then it says, what is it, happy journey or safe travels or something.
Yeah,
it is.
but it never is half an hour, but it's handy to...
Anthony Dodds, the model train outsider. That's the one I was talking about, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. In respect to Anthony, put up a lovely video regarding poor Bottrell Fair goes. But yeah, gutted for the community and gutted for the family too. Dara's locomotive shed, evening all from a cold and wet Dublin. That's where the rain's just come from then, is it? Thank you very much, Dara. You didn't have to send it east. Kevin!
It's Kevin! At least I can do it this week. I couldn't last week.
Hopefully the voice is better, Grace, because hi Rob, hi Grace, it's Kevin. Just received Cable X60062 steel on steel. Oh, very nice. Aaron, at least if your power goes out, you can drink your water.
Yeah.
True. Washington Light, England. Same here in Kerry. We're getting there. Grace has a purple frog in her throat.
Yeah.
Working, my uncle and my two cousins ran the handy stores in Anstrick. Cool. Volume okay. I've moved the mic a little bit closer. I have been messing this week. It's down to fine tuning it now. But as I said, I was planning to use the camera that we've got on the layout and have a train going. But now that camera's decided to stop working.
Has it?
Yeah, dead as a door now.
Is it plugged in?
No, Grace, I couldn't be bothered plugging it in. I thought it was going to work wirelessly.
No, I mean, is it?
You muppet.
I'm just a state of a wiring back here. I'm just wondering. So.
Blame Morgan.
You always blame Morgan.
As my gran used to say, if you're going to make a noise, can you make it quietly? Come on. I thought I was catching up and I wasn't. Oh, there we go. From a new layout in my living room, 12 by 10, 3 maybe 4 track loops, we'll switch it. Nice. Stop, Tom, there's some shop I used to go. Oh, nice. Has anybody seen my new depot? Why? Where have you left it, Daz? Sorry, bad joke. So Daz has got a video out as well, so let's have a look. Have you got a new video out?
You're on shorts, that might be why.
Yes, but the last video was 3 months ago. That's why I was on shorts. When was that out? Doesn't say.
Yeah, thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
Yeah, doesn't say the date on it. Those who are wearing headphones, sorry for the loud noise. It was Grace coughing. And there's the rain again. Dara, thank you very much for sending that over. Much appreciated.
It was hail.
Thank you, Rob. You're welcome.
Oh, there we go.
What?
Dodging.
I know, that's what I said.
Oh.
You are brain dead tonight,
I
aren't
am.
you? Oh, heck, John, drilling in the hand. Lesson for everyone, what to do for support. Yeah, I'm quite sure quite a few of us done it. Rob, a lot of wives been complaining about chap jumping through. So, yeah, it's a mental thing, and I've got no why, because you're trying to scroll down, because we've got the OSB software that way, so we can see what we're looking at. And then we've got a small window on the side of it, just above the camera, which is why I can still look at you guys. I'm trying to scroll down, and then it just jumps to the bottom. I blame Mav. Mav's fault. Because he's sitting there drinking water. King and Bobby the dog. Absolutely, Aaron. For a small cut, it took ages to stop bleeding, though. At one stage, I had to go to lesson learn baseballs. I now have with somebody else. And Dan Sterling, welcome in, bud. And it's jumped again. Good to see you, Dan. Wherever you vanished to. Jesus. Aaron, John, I like your pan now on baseballs. Get a carpenter. Yeah. Get some DIY. Get someone else to do it. Alright, I vaguely remember the dog Tom, but it was some shop. There are regular photos posted. And Lady Sky, good to see you back in for a second week, darling. Welcome back in. For those that don't know, and I know she mentioned it last week, Lady Sky joined us. She runs her own cooking channel, Spare goes to her. But she's received some bullying from other channels. And like we said last week, we know she's safe in here because you guys will just jump on it. End of story. Thank God. I have a modelling friend as a carpenter. Nearly got baseboards done next 3 weeks to complete. Nice one. Sounds like every... It is. It did come down quite well. Jumping! As I now have a 2040 and 206 locomotives, I'm thinking of building a shunting layout. Sweet. Il fait plus maintenant. Remind me what that means, Chris. I know it's French, and I have said it myself before, but I can't remember. Have a new HST coming next week. Can't wait. Nice one, Dan. Mav's gone to the loo again because he's drinking too much water. Harris Street, is that the rain we can hear in the background? It certainly is, Harris. It's the start of this next storm, I believe. This one's more about rain than anything else. Stephen Cameron! Hi, Rob and Grace and friends. So sorry to hear sad news. I think it's everybody's sad news, Stephen. Paul had an amazing talent when it came to scenery, and he always managed to win the competitions, didn't he?
Yes. Fix!
Yeah, we always said Martin, it was a total fix, but mucking about.
Talent.
And he had a wicked sense of humour, if I remember right, as well, didn't he? So yeah, it's a massive loss to the whole modelling community. It really is. Before you ask, Rob, yes, I have. Brilliant. I shall sort that in just a moment, Andy, and you know me so well. And what you'll have to do next week, Andy, is get Brian to do it, because we're actually before Brian next week.
Yeah, because of our shifts.
DIY, destroy it yourself. That's the one, exactly, Aaron. Gav, welcome to the bar, Lady Sky. Absolutely, Aaron. Should be DLJDI. Don't let John do it. Ray Burleson, I drove a 3-inch screw through my finger once. Instinct to pull the finger out. But had to reverse the drill and remove. Never did that again. I think the worst thing I've ever done, it was when I was a kid. Living out in Cyprus in Limassol. And there was a building site behind where we lived. And I actually put a 6-inch nail straight into my foot and out the top. Lady Sky, I was a bit nervous to come back here. I didn't know if you remembered me from last time. Of course we would. End of story. Like I said, the family here will look after you, Lady Sky. You don't have to have a modelling channel to be part of the family. Just pull a chair up at the bar, order a drink off Gavin, you're fine. It makes rain presently. Thank you very much. Don't be nervous, Lady Sky. We're a good bunch. Some of us are a bit madder than others, but we all look out for each other. Exactly, and that's exactly it. We're a weird, dysfunctional family. That was Mav, wasn't it? Was it? It was somebody.
Where's the book?
It was somebody that said we're a dysfunctional family, and we are.
We have it in the book.
Anthony, he was a great photographer and, yes, a wicked sense of humour. That's where we bonded. He loved the parody songs and Matt Clark stuff. It's such a shame.
Oh, Dysfunction Junction was Andy Hop.
I was actually in the shed playing a game, and Grace came in and told me, and I was just literally gobsmacked. Really was.
Oh, yeah, it put you back, didn't it?
Ray, hurt like the beads up. Ladies, you're right. And there we go. Kind of caught up.
Kind of.
Pete. And hello, I'll say hello to Sue first.
Hey, Sue.
Hello, Sue. Hope you're keeping well, sweetheart. And if Pete doesn't say that to you, thump him. Hello, Pete. Welcome in, buddy.
No, we didn't pass it on. That was the issue.
That's what I mean. Right, do you want to jump in and say hello, and I'll just sort out Andy's
Can do it.
thingamajig.
I keep expecting my power just to go boom. I'm going to put my phone in my pocket because at least then we know where A light is.
No, you need to keep it back.
No,
there,
it's fine.
It's too close. No, it's too close to that.
They didn't say anything the last time when it was there. So yes, good evening one and all. I'm feeling a bit more human. Flymo, how are you doing, darling? Apologies, I've been invited out for dinner with my daughter and hubby. We'll be back later, but I'll try and catch up if I'm late back. Not a problem. You enjoy, darling. You have a good one. Sue and Pete have live entertainment tonight. Yeah, they have a domestic just like us.
Yeah, but it's usually when Pete forgets things.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lose that remote.
I don't lose it. So yes, obviously tonight I haven't got anything set up, so it's kind of what kind of things would you be interested in? Metcalf kit is a bit trying to find it all. I could possibly do some of the 1mm tufts. Those that have seen the live, I do need to get this painted up brown, so I'll probably do
Video,
that first off.
Not live.
No, I could do the brown because that's just putting paint on.
Those of you who have seen the video.
Shh.
Not the live.
You're supposed to be nice to me today, or was that Teddy just that's it for the
That's
year?
it. That's it till next year.
Right, so today is for Welsh Valentine's, guys. We were talking about it in the car. I had to meet up with someone because we have like a local free base, so I was giving away some shampoo. And I look over trying to find him because he's, I'm by the magazines, and he's by the till and he's looking all sheepish. Comes over and gives me this teddy. And it did set me back a bit because you don't do flowers, you're not a flower person, you've always said that. And, oh, you brought it up. So I have a teddy.
Another thing with an Italian name.
Yeah, we've realised a lot of the like soft toys and that we have all have Italian names. So like our little Sil, Sid and Sophia. Salvatore, my squirrel with the light, if those remember him. He kind of lives upstairs in the bedroom now. Can you remember the name of my little one by the desk that you got me? I can't remember when you got him. The sloth.
No.
I can't either. I was thinking about that earlier. When did you get me him? I can't remember. You just randomly got it one day, didn't you?
I don't buy you things.
Right. Oh, you mean like, where is the squirrel? You mean like this squirrel? Because didn't I buy the light and then you saw this and you bought me this as well?
No, we'll turn that
I
down.
sound blocks up still, don't I?
Yeah.
Every day I think I'm getting better and I'm not. Your feet's in my way, Rob.
My feet are in the way.
Your feet are in my way because I'm missing comments here.
That's because you talk too much.
Yes, true.
Chases railway lines.
Paul told Joyce it gets that the battle was not going well and he was not hopeful. So when he went in last week, we feared the worst. Yeah, I think he did actually disclose on one of our lives a couple of weeks ago he was battling. And then I saw on his Facebook 4 days ago he went in, and then his update that obviously they'd found that one that was causing a blockage. So we weren't unfortunately that close to know the ins and outs, but he was a lovely guy, and we were honoured to get to know him, and he did have an incredible talent. And like I said, he'd been joining us in my lives, and a lovely guy, and it's such a shame. It really is. But our thoughts are obviously to you and Joyce, because you guys know him more, and I imagine hit you guys a lot harder, so our love is with you guys as well. Have a good evening, folks. Good to see you all. And Pete, great video for today. Yes, Pete Delft Junction's done another video. I have never been human, says Trevor Ville. See more of you two and the community more than my own family, says Daz. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? It's like Bernie. We obviously started after him, but the loss of Bernie affected quite a lot of people, and then there was that joint connection, wasn't there? Flymo still here. Hit that like button and share the stream if you can, please. Flymo, go and enjoy. Pete, Sue says hi, Rob and Grace and everyone. And Andrew, Shortbread Express, very good evening to you too. And it's skipped again. Chase's Railway RR, hello. I think, have you been in before? I think he's in my book.
Oh, she's getting the book, guys.
I've always got a purple book. If not, would you like to share your name to go in said book? I'm sure.
Andy says, tell Sue hi, Pete. Tom, thanks to Lomo, I'd forgotten.
No, I haven't got your name. So Chase's Railway, if you would like to share your name, I can put it in my purple book.
And Richard, you big softy, Bob. Allegedly, there's no proof. Chris, do you The seventh win-win. Why did I have to think about that when I said it?
I don't know.
Stephen, tonight is Burns night here in Scotland. Haggis for tea.
That was what our conversation was in the way, and the day in was that it was both of those today.
Andrew,
And then he...
Grace, are you loaded?
Yep.
Aaron, hold on.
Ready to shoot out.
Hold on. Rob, buying little fluffy bears, laughing his head off.
I know you're not, you admit it now, you're not one for like, especially Valentine's Day and things. You're not one for the flowers, for chocolates, are you?
No, I am not one for commercialisation.
Yeah. But
that's what I do not support.
Well, you've always said you'd never buy me flowers either, so.
Why would I buy you flowers? What's the reason?
Because they die, but you can get, like we had a...
No, our discussion, if I ever turned up with flowers, I know you can't say it out loud, but if I ever turned up with flowers, I'd be in trouble, wouldn't I?
Why can't I say it?
No, you can't.
Why?
No, please don't. That's sharing too much. Seriously.
Okay. Even though they've probably figured it out anyway. Yes, Andy booked hotel for 3 nights. What's that for, Pete? And Aaronville, hiya, buddy.
You don't have to read out them saying hello to each other, you know. Ray,
He just said how do, so that wasn't to anybody.
Rob was trying to fluff the tuft. That sounds rude.
No, he's getting it for his head. Nipping out for a moment, back soon. Do not raid the snacks while I'm gone, says Gav.
Paul Woods, you've been
Behave.
told.
I'll ask Richard if he wants to go. What are you going to call the Teddy Grace? She already has a name. Bella. Which is why we said all our ones seem to have Italian names. It's funny. So she is named Bella. I finally received my custom etch plates for Bernie and will be fitting them to my Class 66 tomorrow. So yeah.
We need to get one. We do too.
Anthony, I don't know that we knew him more, but we've chatted on Facebook for years now. We friended back at the height of COVID when he was on all the UK chats, had cancer. He went back into remission and came back. Yeah. So, like I said, I know he did mention on the chat that it had come back. And then obviously he was in my live just last Saturday.
Aaron, down the Model Railway pub tonight with Rob and Grace and everyone. Here's all around. John Penny, cancer is a horrible illness, Anthony. The sooner we can get rid of it, the good, the better. Yep, that and dementia.
But as a conversation we've had, I think it's more about, because there is tests to find it, that there is a lot more success rate than there used to be. They're still not perfect. If they could cure it completely, it'd be brilliant.
Rob, what did Grace get you, or is it only one way?
I wasn't even expecting anything because he doesn't do this kind of thing. So I was put out on a whim here.
I know. I'm the last of 10 little Indians, so to speak. Cancer took them all, but I've stayed free for now. What?
What?
Why were you taking the
What the hell was that?
Why were you taking the mickey?
I wasn't taking the mickey. Ponders Lane, BP, very good evening, nice to see you back. Tight sod. No, he's always said he'd never buy flowers because they die.
Where are you going? Because you jumped far ahead.
Cancer is a horrible illness. I'm reading like the second message down.
Are you really?
Yes, well look for yourself, it's there.
So what about the comment, in the bar tonight, let's raise a glass to Paul?
Because that isn't showing.
Right.
Look, read it yourself.
Right. John, not to sound awful, they'll never get rid of it. There's so much money to be made.
It's further down, that's why. Are you on top chat?
No, I'm on live chat.
Weird. Rob, what did Grace? Oh, see, they've missed the whole comments up. So if we are reading your comments out of sync, even the phone and the computer is showing different. Weird.
And Andrew has donated £2 for Valentine's shortbread.
Oh, Anthony, I know I'm the last of 10 little Indians, so to speak.
I just read that out.
Oh, I'm not doing well here. John, not to sound awful, but they will never get rid of it. There's too much money to be made. Do you want to just carry on then until we've caught up?
I've caught up.
Does it come... I live at night, Ted. Huh? Sorry, Ian, I didn't get that one.
Welcome in, Ian. I didn't see you come in, buddy.
Curious fact that is interesting ecologists that sharks do not suffer from any cancers. Never knew that.
Okay.
Time for a cup of tea, custard creams, and bourbon biscuits. Thumbs up by Pete. 47 in and 25 likes. Thank you, Andy.
Just a subtle hint there. Thank you, Andy.
Yep. So I'm actually going to get this painted up because it does need painting.
How are you painting it up?
With a brown paint. Because it's just literally the land, isn't it?
Tom, never really understood why YouTube bother with top chat and live chat. I haven't got a clue either. I've really never understood that, Tom. Paul, hit that like button or the bar will close. There you go. God has spoken. Andrew, shortbread for me. Rob, get a turntable. Lots of playtime. We haven't got the space for it. We measured it, mate.
Yeah.
We actually measured it for that TND area.
Next version.
And we haven't got the space for it. Alexa, turn off the train light. Being as we can't lead and show them.
What?
Well, I set that camera up the other day and it was working, wasn't it?
I know.
Don't do that.
Why? It worked last time you did that.
I've already done it, and I've already done it down there. And you'll crash the program.
That's me told. That's me told, guys.
Snowy! Hi, Robin Grayson. Hello, everyone. Hi, Snowy. You all right, sweetheart? And as usual, John comes in. Hiya, Snowy. Hope you're well, and Loki as well.
It should be down there.
What are you doing?
Get my brown paint. Although we need to find some more, to be fair.
How much blood and paint do you need to do that?
No, I'm just saying there's not enough if we need to do anything more.
Right.
So we need to find another one.
Aaron, just wondering, is a sign of dementia putting a jumper on the wrong way around? As I've just done that, or have I just spent having spent £116.95 on a Hornby double O locomotive one? Has Grace gone to the naughty corner? No, she was actually under the layout.
Yeah, naughty corner.
Aaron, £166.95. Jesus H. Smoking hell. Paul would laugh if the lid came off. So would I, because Grace would spend the rest of the evening trying to clear it up.
Although saying that, my mum and that, my mum lost her proper leather jacket because brand new paint fell down the stairs and everywhere. Hadn't even been opened. Do you remember that, Mum?
Where are we?
Is Timber in?
Yeah. Well, it was.
So, Timber, I'm going to paint this with this brush. Sorry, tells me to...
And Simon! Good
Foxtrot.
evening all.
Foxtrot Oscar.
You're right, Si. We missed a call off Simon this afternoon, by the way.
You mean that was going off as I was going to sleep because your iPad's on loud?
Well, that'll be why I missed it then.
Oh.
Oh,
There's the
Tom,
ballast brush.
I do apologise. Tom Truck, I believe we've had a new one come in. I am sorry, Tom. I didn't see your comment till just.
No, Tom Truck's been in before. I
Right,
think.
okay, but I missed his saying hello. We're both fine, thanks. Loki's just having his chew treats, needs a haircut. Can you borrow your clippers, Rob? No, Morgan's going to the hairdressers next week. Dan Stillman used to have a turntable, got rid of it because it was way too noisy. Used hand rod to churn the engines round.
That's too big a paintbrush. Come from
Richard,
one
SJ Train World. All right, love. Actually, it's hey, love.
Hey, love. That's a bit
All
nicer.
right, I don't know. I just bought a second-hand locomotive made in 2012 and paid €450. Jesus H, €450 for a second-hand one. You, wow. Simon, I'm all right. How are you guys doing? All good, mate. All good. Grace, what are you doing? Rob, you are lucky to have a diorama expert.
Is he talking about the right person there?
I don't know. This is Aaron we're talking about.
Animal. Enamel.
Yeah, I told him not to. Stephen went back on night shift this week. Mary was not impressed. Oh dear. Chris, when I got my turntable motorised today, all the plastic was old and brittle, so I had to replace the whole turning parts with the steel and aluminium parts. When it worked, I was well chuffed. I'm not surprised.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, I just had a thought.
Did it hurt?
It did. If you paint that and not take 2 hours to paint it,
Yes.
if I put the heater back on, you put it in front of the heater to dry, and you can actually grass it tonight as well.
Yeah, our only problem is if the power goes, then we just know it'll be a bit smoky next
It'll
time.
be alright. Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, there's no point putting it on just yet.
Well, it's got to warm up, hasn't it?
It won't take that long because it's only just gone off.
Grace, are you going to dip it in that bucket?
That would have been the quicker solution, I'm sure.
Aaron, well, Dara, expensive. I'm divorced, so no need to justify spending cash if I have it. Be interested to hear if they can hear it starting up.
Sorry.
Be interesting if they could hear it starting up.
Yeah, because that is the noisier part of it.
SJ would paint that in 3 seconds. Very true. Andy, finally got my TCS WoW sound chipped 3 days late. And like the proverbial hole, I'll be looking into it. Jimbo! Evening everyone. Just sat down with my first gin and switched on the radio station. Hope all is well with everyone and whiskey out for posting this week. Oh, thanks mate. Jimbo, how did you fare with that storm, buddy? I hope you didn't get any damage or anything. But thank you, buddy. Stephen, would like a turntable on my layout, but don't think there's enough room. I'm going to make sure on the next iteration of Derby Junction there is enough room because I love turntables.
But we have already decided before the next iteration, once we've taken down, there's a bit of work to happen in there, haven't we?
Timber, I'll paint it in 2 seconds. It's called dipping. Yeah, let me know if you can hear this heater starting up in the background, guys.
Oh, it's a bit lumpy.
You didn't shake it, did you?
Yeah, what did you see me doing and then said
For
it?
3 seconds.
Yeah, that's enough.
I'll paint. Yeah, Pete, still have to pay the brilliant rising car tax this year. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, Pete. I saved money by getting rid of one car and going to another, and now I'm dreading this one going up in price. Hi Jimbo, hi Jimbo. Alan Reynolds, good to see you in, Al. I hope you're keeping well, buddy.
What were you just going to say then?
I was going to say sir, but I found something out today regarding the word sir.
Okay.
And when you can read the comments, I'll go and dig it back out.
Okay.
Good evening, Rob and Grace, and hi to all in the chat. Grace, what you doing, by the way, Grace? 10-pin bowling average is now 160 plus.
Oh, nice one.
Learn to do spares better.
That's where you lose your game is on your spares.
Aaron Bill, definitely having a turntable. Jimbo, blew a few things around the yard, but apart from that, all fine and dandy. Thanks for asking. Was it Tom, I think? He's had a fair old bit of damage. Pete, Daz, Stephen got the turntable on mine, I'm on Engage. Even that takes up a lot. I only just hear it. It's just starting up again now, so let me know if you can hear it.
I'll have to go back in the house as well.
Richard, have you started it yet? I can hear a faint noise.
Well, that is good to know, isn't it?
Jimbo, bit lumpy. Sounds like my homemade paella. Yeah, it just goes through like an initial heating phase where it's warming the glow plug up. Stephen, like Mr. Bean's way of painting, only it involved a hell of a lot of masking. Oh yeah. Have to mask the entire room out.
You know, I don't even
And
know.
then you forget something, come back in and end up being painted yourself.
I don't think you needed the heater on, darling.
I was just thinking, get it dry super quick.
Yeah.
And then you can grass it, can't you? Oh, hello, Mick Wayne. You alright, buddy? Our favourite model builder.
Mick Wayne.
Mick Wayne?
That's what it sounded like you just said.
You're not right, Nick. Maria, was Grace dropped at birth? I just want to know if she hit her head on the way out.
Probably.
But please don't describe it in intimate detail. This might be an adult chat, but Pete, we're going to see what you we're going to see what we have to pay. Might have to sell Sue's car. It's ridiculous, isn't it? If I'd have kept my old Mondeo, that would have been £265 a year. As it is, I'm on 190. And yes, I know there are viewers in here who are paying 30 quid or less. You're not done yet, Grace, Simon's asking. Aaron went to Norwich Model Railway Club today. Member said he got Haley on turntable. Cost a lot, but excellent. Much better than some of the others. I've heard that as well, Aaron. And I must admit, I've seen it, and it's a gorgeous turntable. Alan, Hale, I've been partying all afternoon with friends and struggling to type.
Good.
Andy, Richard and Stephen say, bless you, Grace.
Thank you.
John Pinney, I got a turntable but need to find room on the layout for it. Paul Woods, ouch, I haven't got I've got my headphones on.
Sorry.
Maria, where do I start? Well, just as I say, please don't describe it. We don't want to be physically sick.
Yeah, but what's not good is why am I sneezing again? I don't want to come down with this again. I will be like a bear with a sore head if I get this again.
You were like a bear with a sore head anyway, and I copped it.
Yeah, and if I get it again, what do you think will happen?
What do I think will happen? What I know will happen
I will
is
kill
you'll
your
be
mother.
sleeping.
I will kill your mother because she bought it in my house in my first off.
You will not kill my mother.
I will.
You will be sleeping in the spare room.
No, you will be sleeping in the spare room.
Same here, Paul. Hope Grace doesn't get too excited. I dread to think about what. Anyway, you can't get cold again. We've got to go over to Llandudno.
I know.
I really, really want to go and see what's there.
This is what I'm saying. I hope this sneezing isn't just me coming down with it again. I will cry if this gets worse again. It's been 2 weeks from hell.
Grace, why are you painting in there?
Because if you move the camera or whatever, it's just
Grace, you won't see it.
hides it.
You won't
Just
see
let me do it.
No, Grace, please don't, because that's more stuff that'll take time to dry. So please stop what you're doing.
Well, that doesn't matter because it won't
I'm
have the grass
begging
on
you.
it. It won't have the grass on it, so it won't matter. If it's wet, it's underneath.
I'm begging you, just stop.
I'm begging you.
And Simon says, don't kill Mum.
I will if she's given me this back.
Lyndon,
She gave
sorry
it.
to say, Grace, it keeps coming back. I've had it for 3 weeks. Jimbo, Top Tech has had the sniffles since before Christmas. Grace, who knows Top Tech is? Who's Top Tech, Grace?
Oh, is that little?
Aaron, apparently an expensive Helion turntable, really good to use. Apparently press which exit to go to, like number 1, number 2, etc. and it will just go to it. I think I'll have to investigate that.
And I'll cry if this gets worse again. It was hell.
Daz, wouldn't have touched the sides, Grace, only small. Pardon?
Huh?
Daz. Second comment up.
What did we say to him before?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
CO2 at 255, they're going to hammer you. Can you watch the comments for a minute? I'm going to try and find out my tax rates for next year.
Yeah, but the laugh of it is old Maggie had like no emissions, and yet she was still in tax bracket. So that just needs to dry. I just need to get a bit of water to get this. Rob, did you enjoy your coffee?
Yeah.
So much so, it's still sat here. But I will need to go in and get the glue anyway, so. Obviously, I'm not making that mistake, guys, of letting my glue go funny again. Top tech, little Lukey, yeah, I was right, I did think so. It's not good, is it? I just want to feel normal again. And I did say, today was the first morning I woke up feeling semi-human, but it tends to get a bit worse as the day goes on. It's just the fact I've not been able to hear at times, and oh, I've hated it, but I really hope it's not coming back. Mam has had something for about 4 weeks. She bought whatever it is into the house, and then she got better, then I got worse, and then they've all seemed to cop it again. So, it's why I've not seen my folks in a little while. Grace, you're sipping a lot. Time for a whiskey with hot honey and lemon juice. David Green, hiya darling, hope you're keeping okay. Sponsored by Coca-Cola. Yeah, the Coca-Cola's there. Grace, normal, never. And Gab, big thanks to everyone here. Shout out to patrons, subscribers, mods, all donators and gifted, as well as our lurkers. Big love from Rob and Grace, who appreciate every single supporter. And when you're not here, Gab, it feels weird to say it now, to be honest. H&H, hi, good evening, darling. Timber, I'm glad I invested in the Hellion turntables for $199. Just shame I didn't push myself to buy a container crane when the last few reduced from 400 to 300. You have never been normal. This is true. Blame the manufacturer, mother. They're like rocking horse poo now and command £800 second hand. Jesus. No, that's crazy, isn't it?
I'm still trying to find out what I'm paying next year.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I do need to blow my nose now. I'm going to mute this because it can't be a pleasant sound.
Don't worry about muting it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Jesus.
Oh, no. £190. It's going to a flat rate.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, dear. So I will in a minute be nipping inside, probably to make somebody a coffee as well.
Oh, it's going down by £10 next year.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a bonus.
180 quid. Are you putting that down by the heater?
No, there's no point. It's dry and lovely. I don't want to crack it too hot and it'll crack it, won't it?
Timber,
Grace sounds like a saw. Yeah, sound like a blue whale. Woo. My old Italian turntable cost me zero. The bits to get it motorised cost maybe £30. You always get the good deals, Chris. Sounds like there is coming boulders out of Grace's nose. That's what it feels like every time I think I'm clearing it.
Coming. Blue whale.
I just mentioned a whale.
Okay.
You're not listening. Got the ADM turntable, dear, but works great. Just tell it where to go and it goes. Grace is blowing a hooter. Never muted Grace. Oh, Rob said not to worry, so sorry, guys. That heater isn't half blowing now. So, I've got my Hornet turntable too. So yeah, it is something we've wondered. Cue the hail again. This is the start of the next storm. I think it's only a yellow warning though, isn't it? An incredible price for a turntable, the Hellion one. So is it just they're rare because the good ones were made but they're not made the same, or why is there such these prices with it, guys?
ADM turntables are closed as well.
I'm just a tightwad with a tiny bit of DIY skills. Is it just you can't get them anymore?
What?
Turntables.
Oh, the Helium ones are, like they say, rare as rocking horse bone. ADM, I've just found out, are closed.
Someone should get into this.
Yeah, one of you guys, I know, Gavin. Gavin can start his own turntable making business.
Yeah.
He's an electronic and printing wizard.
Oh, there is power cuts in parts of Anglesey on the Storm page, I've just said.
I'm supposed to be reading the comments.
Damn that
Damn.
poor. Yeah. Grace, what you doing? Painting brownie thing. So this is the new hill for like the camera cover. So if you'd have seen this week's episode, okay, bye-bye, brown thing. I did get it all sorted, and I just thought, why not paint it up, because you guys have seen the initial creation. And then Rob had the idea, why don't I just grass it tonight as well? He's just put it by the heater. I am
Not
gonna
by the heater, no.
no, I am gonna go in after this downpour and get the glue, because of it being so cold. I took it inside on Martin's advice after last year I ruined it. So it is inside in the winter time. So, and it's skipped again. What's the noise? Is it raining? Yeah, it's rain and hail.
Sure.
Oh, it's hail again. So that's off our camera. I'm not going outside for a minute, guys. Mavi's on the loo again. Hail incoming. ADM was a one-man business. Okay, Hornby do a good turntable. Is it me, though, or do Hornby just not put as much detail as some of the other brands? Could have been worse, could have been sat on your knee. What am I miss there? New Model Railway, Hornby do. Yeah, New Model Railway, good to see you in as well. Why's Robert Creep? Sorry, Gav. On the old layout, had no problems with Pete. Bit more noisy than other turntables, just got to find somewhere on a new layout for it to go. Well, I know Brian had one, or is it now gone? Brian had a turntable at one point on his shop, didn't he? Be looking.
Helium turntable, £249.95.
Jeez. New cooking channel.
Yep, can't afford that.
Who's that, Tom? We've got we do have a cooking channel present, Lady Sky. Obviously, Donegal Dad has his cooking channel as well. Are you trying to inflate the hill? Yeah. Always wanted a turntable. We only thought about it after. Grace, you've got to wait till Mav has come back from the loo. Kato 1 is over 200. ADM turntables folded in June 24, according to the internet. Pondered end. I thought that was you sneezing and wheezing. I quite like it at the moment, John, being bad reviews on them. I think Hellion turntables and maybe Pico good. Grace, I bought it. It's a Pico one. No, that's...
No.
Horn table is basic but very loud.
Silent being rude.
Behave! Anyone got a transverse on their layout? I've seen a good one on my layout the other day. What on earth even is that?
Yes, at Linden. Educate us.
Test for Rob's RAF knowledge or anyone else. Do you know what auto
Lacus
is? Fleischmann TT.
Oh, okay. I had to look it up. The son of Daedaleon in Greek mythology.
Huh. So yeah,
I had to look it up.
While that is drying, I'm obviously not going to go outside in this. Jesus Christ. So obviously this does also mean with this downpour we could lose power at any point. The lights have already been flickering. I'm sorry if this is really loud for you at the minute, guys.
Show them that.
Oh my God. that is outside. But with the lights that have already been flickering and all sorts, there's even more possibility with these downpours. I imagine that the power could just go. We won't know about it because the LEDs, you don't see the lights flickering. Our last little power cut, we were in the bedroom, suddenly the TV went off and then the lamp went off, so we won't have any kind of indication, I don't think. So there's always the possibility you could lose us for like, I don't know, just for anybody that's coming as well.
We're struggling to hear the stream. Some people in the stream are struggling to hear us.
And first it is a sideways moving piece of track that joins side. Oh yes. Genuine question here. If anyone here would rank Hellion stock compared to other brands, would Hellion be in the top 3 on your list?
I'll do it.
I think it's one of my more favourite ones. Linden, that's a transverser. Hope you guys have a kettle on the shed. No, we have a water filter, but nope.
Have a word.
Gav, the cellar is flooding. Help! Oh dear.
You have to.
Well, rain's so heavy. Best you stay in the shed. Hope you'll be fine. It's actually hail as well. But Gav, your comments just made me chuckle.
No, not by a long shot.
You live in Wales. It's a light shower. I don't know. This one is actually quite good.
Yeah.
Alien container crane and transfer. So
No.
continue. The turntable is still available.
Don't come out.
Bombay mix is floating towards the ceiling. You got your snorkel there, Gav, and your flippers.
Okay.
You could be talking to yourselves then, exactly, or just plunged in darkness. Brian, good evening, darling. So we might disappear, we don't know. Stephen, no kettle but a fridge and a keg. Well, our cellar's flooding, guys, so you just drink up what's there. Oh yes, it was Lyndon that told me to read things properly before I try to be a clever dicky. Oh dear, what have you done? A bit of drizzle then. Just a little bit snowy, just a little bit. No rain in Norfolk. Had it the other day, actually. I was talking to Jason regarding Model Rail Crew. And we'd had rain here all day and he was brilliant sunshine. I don't think I should risk it just yet. No rain. See, my mum's got no rain and she's what, half an hour away? He's down on Anglesey, you get no rain or hail here. Funny how the difference is in 40 miles or less. Well, it's even less because my mum's got absolutely nothing. But we have literally crossed that bridge, and across the bridge is the clouds. It's definitely got its own weather system. Dan Sterling, not raining here in Creswell, Derbyshire. And Ethan's Photography 82, nice to see you in. Keep safe for everyone during these storms. So I think tomorrow, for the next couple of days, is not as bad. We've only got a yellow warning. Rob, please go to the shop and pick up some sausage rolls.
Who said that?
Simon. Oh, we had one of the sausage rolls here, didn't we? It's not as good as Valley Butcher's. If you come back next time, we'll get you some proper ones. Don't tell Matt, but the loo is in the cellar. Just land him your snorkel, he'll be fine. Global warming, who are they trying to kid? Well, we were having this discussion the other day. You know, at least weather used to be a bit constant, so you could acclimatise to it. But now, you're freezing cold one day and then fine the next day. This year's weather's just been so bizarre. Sunny, warm still and almost 10 degrees here today. Oh, it was calm as anything. We went out earlier for a drive and it was absolutely calm. It was gorgeous. Just a bit chilly. Mav to Gav, sorry buddy, it was me. I missed the bowl. Wow. I bet that hurt if you flooded the cellar as well, Mav. Might have issues there. Go and get them checked. Anybody else going to Doncaster in 2 weeks? Microclimate. Yep. Hi Grace. Holly missed it earlier. Can you show the teddy again? Rob got you. I can do. Bear with me.
Simon, no caramelised onion sausages again, please.
That was the teddy you got me.
Newland Clive, nothing a large rum wouldn't cure. And good evening, Clive. If we put Mav in scuba gear and let him use his scoot, does that mean we have a Mav brain?
Oh dear. Hellion operating table list price 359. Most in at 300, but Rails of Sheffield have them at 250. Crazy, isn't it? I can put up with quite a lot of cold, but not damp air.
Almost right.
Yeah, well, when it calms down, I'll go back in and get the glue. I'm not getting soaked for that. Land to go to Key Model World at NEC Birmingham on Saturday, April 26th. Anyone? We definitely won't be. Or disability-friendly submarine that the Navy can use. You have to mention rum. Be right back, says Tom. Grace, you need Vicks. Funny enough, whatever this bug is, when I started feeling unwell 2 weekends ago, I started on my Beechams because I thought, right, I'm getting a cold, I'll nip it in my bud. Hit me on my Monday, and Beechams did nothing, was not feeling any kind of relief. I then tried the Vicks. One night I tried it, it was clear, but I still ended up halfway through the night. And then afterwards, it just didn't work. I couldn't clear it. It's been up in my sinuses like you wouldn't believe. Nothing would clear it. I tried cocodamol, because that can be a cough suppressant. That did work for a couple of nights. So whatever this is, it's not COVID, it's not the flu. I don't even know what this is.
You're the infected.
It's Mum that brought it in first. Richard Dick. It does, especially after seeing the look on Gavin's face. Grace, you better get a cough bottle. Again, none of these normal things for a normal cough and cold are working. It's weird. It really is bizarre. I don't know why none of it is working, but it's quite frustrating. I do feel more human in myself, but I'm worried that it's coming back now. And we've also got Grace, yeah, apology accepted. Granzia 12, lovely to see you again. Hilly ho, Robin, Grace and chat, just coming in to say hilly ho and see how everyone is doing. Well, I hope you're doing well too. Sounds like you need aloe vera. Anything at this point, I'd be happy. My daughter came in to ask me something and spotted your jacket. Very trendy in my horsey world. Yes, and I managed to get 2 that were green for work and like rocking horse proverbial because they're old season. They do a nice purple one, but again it's an old season and I can't find it, but it is incredibly warm. It's fluffy inside too, which you don't usually get. So yes, in my horsey world it is.
It's what?
I might be getting one of their coats as well. What?
It's fluffy.
It's fluffy. It's so fluffy. I think I'm gonna die. I didn't do that with the Ted.
He's not fluffy.
He is. He's soft.
Like your head.
Yeah, true. Bank holiday next weekend for us. I don't even look at bank holidays anymore because for us it doesn't make a difference. Try hot honey and lemon juice drink. Grace, did you have the doo-doo runs? No, didn't have that. Is not.
We know somebody that did.
Yeah.
With caramelised onion sausages.
Yeah. No, that is something that I haven't had. There is so unfortunately one of our hospitals has got COVID flu and norovirus going around, where the other hospital hasn't.
And Diffsy.
Yeah, and C. diff. So luckily that's not something I've experienced. My mum got a trick rub Vicks on your nose. So I had Vicks. I had the one that you stick up your nose. Just wasn't clearing. I got a steroid spray for my nose, and that's kind of helped. Again, antihistamines. Nothing seems to be making it any better. It's a bit of a weird one. This will be something like, not COVID, this will be like a illness or something that comes out again, like last time COVID, where it was fashionable, wasn't it? Pete, how is that? Oh, ask Timber about Aloe Evers. There's David. Go on, Timber. It's so fluffy, says Chris. Simon SJ just like sick faces. Run it round a few times, all good, Brian. Do a vid when I clear the layout out. David Green fame at last. What have I missed there, Timber? I think I'm going to have to make a run for it, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do it. Because this isn't calming down out there, is it?
Just a little bit. Right, I'll take over this for a minute while you do that.
Well, I go for a run. And that I will have a run.
Just remember to wipe.
Yeah. What's that little bunny, Mum? My mum sent me a picture of a bunny doorstep. Quite cute, actually.
Bunny doorstep?
Yeah. Like I've got the wolf that
William
got me.
The one that Judy likes.
Yeah, the one that Judy thinks is hers.
Live HST Pete, says Andy. Everyone's a fluffy one, says Al. Hi yet again, Timber. Oh, getting a few comments on the video as well. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, by the way, hi to Nickel Dad as well. Because he commented and I read out his comment and
I did say hello to him when he came in.
Oh,
much
okay.
earlier.
I didn't know if he'd been in because he was lurking, so...
Yeah, we're getting a few comments on the post that we put up regarding Paul. Sorry, brain dead. Which is nice to see because obviously he's touched quite a lot of people basically.
Oh.
Timber helped create the first tissues that had lotion impregnated to stop the redness of the nose when using them often. It puts the lotion in the basket. Rob, have you had a haircut? Yeah, think.
He's just had a trim.
Yeah, just a small trim. Me and Mav doing a Titanic impression on the edge of the toilet seat. Why are you and Mav on the edge of the toilet seat? Is this something you want to share with the group or is it just private time, Gav? Mick, biopsy all clear. Brilliant news, Mick. Well done. Really pleased to hear that. No way, Andy. You can get aloe vera ones, but we originally used lanolin. Fair enough. Don't fall in, Gav. I don't think it's him falling in that we have to worry about. It's what him and Mav are doing on the toilet seat. Oh. Victor, are you alright? Are you having problems sending messages, mate? Because they keep on getting retracted. Great invention, Timber. Look great. I hate long hair. I always like having my hair dead short. Well, this isn't short. This was actually done without, you know, you get the plastic attachments. So this is just a grade 0. But yeah, fantastic news, Mick. Really, really pleased for you, buddy. But yeah, thank you to those that have already commented. And obviously on Anthony's video as well. Dan, it's not just a haircut, it's fancy dress practice as Lex Luthor. I've been doing this for on and off now for 30 odd years, 35 years. Rob had a fight with the wind and the wind won, that's why his hair's gone. No, that was just the wig, Paul. But yeah, it's nice to have some good news tonight. It really is. So she goes whilst it's raining, and as she's gone in, it stopped raining. Rob, you look like the action man. Do you have the uniform? Only for the OnlyFans channel, Brian. I think the wind beat everyone though, Paul. Yeah, true. Hello, so everyone said hi. Short the hair, easier to stick the blonde wig on. Well, that's the problem, Gab. I haven't found a decent hairdresser so that I can grow it out, have it trimmed properly, and then dye it blonde. Scar missing, Brian. I've got a few scars. That is the downside of this, is you can see all the scars in my head. Oh, good, Rob, says Brian. I happen to look very good in the uniform. And there is photo evidence. Where would it be? There's photo evidence online, actually. I was actually... we shot a 1940s themed wedding. And the bride insisted that everybody, including the photographer, had to wear period clothing. And I managed to find a United States Air Force original uniform from a local supplier that I rented, and I look pretty good in that. Mick92, can we get back to the layout now? Yeah, we're hoping to, once Grace comes back in with a glow. Oh, 2 seconds. She's left the door open. And then she'll come in and complaining, oh, it's cold. Well, yeah, because you left the bleeding door open, you dopey sod. Absolutely makes something to look forward to. Dan, had a surprise announced today, the new Backman Train Thomas set ranges. Dan, without giving the game away, please, because obviously it's only available to top tiers, did you notice a certain thing in the video that's coming out Tuesday? It does. Look forward to it, Mac. I'm glad the results came. What's in the range, Dan? I'm still waiting to see the what is it? The final thing for Ivor the engine. Quick, lock the door, says Tom. Yeah, that would be funny actually, but it would only be funny, Tom, if I locked the door and she come out as it started raining, and she'd be standing there, swearing, hammering the door. Now, Tez and shortbread. Good to make that feel good back factor with a hobby. Yes, indeed so. We always like a bit of good news. But yeah, I want to see this final thing on the Ivor the engine lot. Daz, OnlyFans, there's an image I don't want to see. I thought you were one of our top subscribers, Daz. Are you not? I could have sworn I saw your name in the subscriber list. Talking of feel good factors, the train set shop. Well, gonna head out. Nice evening all. Okay, mate, you look after yourself. See, kicking the door. Why are you kicking the door?
Because I can't, my hands are full.
Your hands are full. Tom wanted me to lock the door on you.
Actually, stops out there again.
Gav, it'll only be funny until she picks up the rusty. Yeah, thanks, Gav. Dan, not noticed anything in the video. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, of course it did. Sorry, Dan. Only be funny until you unlock the door. Yeah, that's true, Tom.
Brad uses life.
Pete tweezers, I'm worried about Gavin. Yeah, cheers, Pete. Love you too, mate.
All giving me ideas, eh?
Yeah, Gav's there with the rusty scissors, rusty snips, and Pete's talking about tweezers.
Oh, I sent that. I don't know what you think, depending how I feel after. Because we've not really had...
Okay, yeah, no problem. Mick92, did you read it?
No.
His biopsy has come back all clear.
Oh, fantastic news, darling. It's fantastic.
After this evening's crappy news about dear old Paul Bottrell, we need some good one.
Oh, Grace has lost the bits I printed. No, I haven't. They're here like I said they were.
Is there 4 there?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. In dai chi pedwa.
I'm impressed, but that's the upper limit of your counting, isn't it? In English and Welsh.
Pimp.
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 Oh, pimp. Is it pimp?
It's not pimp.
What is it? In dai chi
Pedwar.
pedwa.
Pimp. Pedwar.
Pedwa.
Pedwar.
Pedwa.
P-E-D. Just picture it as P-E-D-W-A-R.
That was lovely doing that with a patient. It really was.
But that's the upper limit of your counting in English.
Twice,
Oh, shut up. Shut up. You're
It
murdering
sounds
it.
like a
You're
sigh.
murdering it. Shut up.
Yeah, well, I'm not Welsh, so of course.
Mark's
I'm gonna
Model
be
Railway. Evening all. Welcome in, Mark. Good to see you, buddy.
Although Donegal Dad as
And
well.
Ponder's End. Good night, people. You take care, Ponder's End. Hopefully see you next week. Don't forget our live stream will be starting earlier, so keep an eye out.
Donegal Dad, with you mentioning this horse riding brand, I hope your girls aren't into Fairfax and Favour. I feel your pain of your wallet if they are.
Right, do you want to go and check if that's dry now?
Yes.
Don't bang your head on the layout.
Sorry. Who bangs their head on my layout and actually has marks where the freaking thing's indented them.
I was going to say there's dents in there as well,
There is
isn't there?
dents in your head.
Probably more dents in the wood. Mark's Model Railway. Sorry, just got in from Southampton. Show as manager had. Mark, we have a simple rule. There's no apologies needed for coming in late, leaving early, or whatever. Teacher had to say 100 in Welsh. No.
I know that. I know that.
But that being said, it's not entirely accurate, though, is it, Dan? It's not pronounced the same way.
It isn't.
Andrew, Grace, I can speak Welsh very well.
Oh yeah.
Drop Dom, what's up, degenerates?
See, our problem is we've been at a different hospital that doesn't really speak Welsh, so I've not been able to practice.
Grace gets her P's and H's mixed up. No, she just gets the English language mixed up, mate.
So I have no freaking help.
Oh, yes, I'm with you, yeah.
What?
Heinous.
No.
Does. I've seen midget films before, not my thing. Yeah. Get lost, Daz. Bitch.
Did you just swear?
Yes, I did. Well, no, a bitch is a female dog, isn't it?
We're talking about dogs now.
Talking about OnlyFans, so you know anything goes. Back with a cup of tea and the daft dog. Where's ours? Muggies!
I was just giving him a cuddle.
Come on, Muggies. Come and say hello to people. Oh, have a stretch first. Up you comes. Up you comes. Say hello to the group. Actually, it would help if I could actually see what we're showing. That was a big sign, Muggies. Evening Horses Effingham. Still love that name. Celtic Nation, Welsh and Scottish and Irish. And Brittany as well.
Which grass is in there?
Hello, Morgan. Morgs! He's tired. He's going for his haircut next week. Don't say it, Simon. Don't say it. Yeah, someone's going for his haircut next week because he needs his eyes doing, bless him.
Yes, and somebody made a very good best friend.
Yeah. His claws, when I do them, the only way he'll let me do them is we've got one of those pet nail grinding machines.
It wasn't what I was on about, but...
The hairdressers where he's going, or groomers, they only use clippers and he'll let them do it. Traitor. Absolute traitor.
No, it's because your dad said he's going to play up. Hey.
Good night, sleep, and day 2. Thank you to anyone that came along today. No worries, Mark. You take care, buddy. Hard life being a dog. Yeah, tell me about it. Food. Cuddles. Number 0 from... Oh, you've had a 0 as well. I didn't notice that in your video, Pete. Mine just... I was looking at your face. I wasn't looking at your hair, to be honest. Good dog. No, he's not a good doggy. He's not. He's not a good doggy by any long shot. Not a man, but just inquiry. Since I became a member, I only see one live. When you'll be planning to do another one? There is, if I remember right, Mark, Brian even. If I remember right, bear with me a second. We do them once a month, and I think it is the 4th of February. We do it once a month, so yeah, so the 4th of February. I will be sending the link out, don't worry. Chris, I usually lie around with 4 legs in the air. You'll forgive me if I don't come and offer to rub your belly though, Chris. Or pat your head. Andrew, love dogs. What's not to love about them? Say tummy rub, Chris. That's what Andy... There you go. Chris, Andy wants to give you a tummy rub. So, fair goes Andy. He's taking one for the team. Alex, my dream. Yeah, the other thing is, Bright, we have been lacking again due to the illness and how cold it was in the shed. We haven't been doing member previews either. But we did a members preview this week. Sneak peeks, yeah. And we will be doing more of those again. Now we're back in the swing of things. Chris, Mrs. You're in there, lad. Andy's on his way. Baseball. Oh, that was it. You were wearing your cap, weren't you, Pete? Bloody dogs drank me tea. Charming. Yeah, we have that issue. UK, Indonesia, 7,500 miles. Oh, bloody hell. Nice one, Jimbo. That is impressive. Oh, you could have...
I forgot.
Where?
In my pocket. So, no. How did that work out for you? Not very well.
Shut up, you tart.
Man, or...
Yes, and proud of it. Is that a swear word?
No, I said or.
Yeah, but the proper one, is that a swear
I
word?
would say yes. Grace is going to juggle. What, you mean like that time that I had all the cans? Do you remember, guys, that had the cans we'd bought from a shop and they just all went, didn't they? Didn't do that this time.
Is it is it a swear word or a description?
A slur, maybe? I don't know.
I'm not sure if it's a swear word.
Oh, and this applicator that I'm going to use is on special at the moment as part of their like little countdown of best products. So if you are, the WWS orders are all in kind of like one at the minute. So you can wait until it's finished to just place your order. I'm going to have to use the pink side, I think. Yeah. It's heinous, not the other.
Yeah, let's not go there again. You only get told off by David.
Ian Mellon has been a member for 13 months. Thank you very much, darling. Grace is loaded up. I have a German Shepherd and Border Collie. Oh, could be worse, Chris. Could be on the sofa, legs in the air, looking certain. Okay.
Andy has offered to rub Chris's belly.
Oh, right.
Chris is going to go on his back with his paws up, with his legs up in the air and what have you. So I said I wasn't going to rub his belly, but Andy offered to rub his belly.
Oh, okay. See, this side isn't actually going to have anything on it. I just purely painted it so it wasn't out there and it would have done my nut. But I am going to get this all covered now.
Did you read Dan's? Could be worse, Chris. Be on the sofa.
Yeah, that's why I said about I'm worried, and that's when you've just said that.
I want to know why Dan's on the sofa with his legs in the air, licking certain shapes.
I'm shaking my white stuff, and as we do, can actually put it in place. WWC next mug.
You've done that in the video, Chris. You don't need to do it now.
I kind of do though. This is where it all became of me doing it with the mugs because I'm using that product. It will go in the background, like when I painted timber stuff, and we were talking about Brian's, it goes in the background, and Jeff's.
Yeah, but it takes you 30 years to paint things.
Shut up. So
How much
yes.
of the Model U stuff have you painted?
5 bits.
Considering you're supposed to be doing a review on it.
Yeah, well I did warn him, and I will do a proper one at some point.
I think you've done it first.
Yeah, I just hadn't. We kind of had to rush it for the competition entry, didn't we? I don't know. You last had.
No, you did.
But how did I? It would be here, but it's not. You checked all your pockets?
Yes. Thank you, Grace.
I haven't. Why would I put it in there? Oh, it's getting warm in here.
I know you can't back down now, Andy. You are doing the belly rubs.
He's got too many people interested.
Big news, the train set shop now offers remagnetising.
What do you use remagnetising for?
For the motors.
Oh, okay.
Because the motors die, the magnets die over time. To make the motors turn.
Yeah.
So they're often to read and magnetise the motors.
So yes, this is the micro applicator. I love this because why have I got a battery and a battery in there? That's interesting.
Practice on some card first, Brian, until you get used to it. Brian, I'm going to the Doncaster Toy Fair.
Should have taken it off. So I like this micro because this actually fits in my hand a bit better. But I believe they have redesigned the Grand since we bought it, so it is a bit lighter. And obviously we never get to shows to actually try it, but I do believe they have slightly changed the design of the Grand. Still nice to work with, I just struggle with the shaking motion and the weight.
Jimbo, when I had MTV Service Centre, we used to offer degaussing. Sweet. Hope you don't get a power cut now, Grace. It's all set up with a key.
Yeah.
Andy, does it work on brains, Brian? Christ, if it does, I'll have some of it.
I think what would annoy me the most, you know, is if the power went and it literally came right back. That would be more annoying than it
Myself
going
and
out.
Wardell are still waiting for our mini-me's from Getz. Think we might have been scammed. Oh dear. Give us some verbal ping.
Ooh.
Yeah, too right. Don's recently bought a magnetizer. Scan. Jimbo, I'm sure I've seen something similar to that handheld battery device somewhere before. Same power output, yeah.
No, mains all the way.
Gavin, here is the channel of our purple princess Grace. Thank you very much, Gav.
Thanks, Gav, darling. So obviously, with the members and patrons live next Tuesday, it will mean that I'll be drawing on Monday.
A week Tuesday.
No, the 4th is next week.
No, it's not.
We're on the 25th now.
Yes.
How can it be 2 weeks' time? Oh, it is. I do apologise.
Sorry, love.
No, not sorry.
Div.
So, Prescott Portraits will be next Tuesday.
Wait, you still can say you still do Portraits live next Tuesday or Monday. Or
I did
Thursday.
debate changing it to Mondays.
Well, it's not as if you're stepping on anybody's toes, is it?
No, because it's not model railway related. It is a train, but it's not model railway related.
£65 is a lot of dosh to lose. It is, mate. Pete got scanned and aerospace as a barcode in China.
So what actually is it, Pete? Was it something like you got a scan and they printed one off for you or something? Because
Captain Static's in the house. Jimbo, I used to work for Radio Rentals, used to do degaussing. Sweet. Yeah, so we can remagnetise XO4s, X3s and all Hornby Duplo trains, anything of the same sort of design.
Huh. Coffee.
Yeah. Ian Melling, more like a boozy off it. Don, I would love to get a mini-me made. We're going to have to at some point, aren't we?
Yeah, it's just having to go to
We're going to need to get Model U to come to...
Model Rail
Model
Crew.
Rail Crew.
They probably won't for a one-day event, though, will they?
Jimbo, we had Radio Rentals in my town. They're a great provider of second-hand TVs to sell in my shop.
So those will see that when I did sculpt mould, if you haven't seen the episode, I did try and create a bit of texture so it isn't all smooth, just to kind of create the hills and that you would have with natural grass formation. So that's why it's not straight, because I wanted that effect of a bit of a not straight area. So yeah.
Yeah, that is taking the mickey, to be honest.
What?
Some serious ears need to be chewed that you've not heard anything.
What? I don't even know
Did you
what
pay
it
by
was.
card, Pete? Because if you pay by card, you can claim it back, can't you?
Because have you messaged them, or was it Model U themselves, or was it?
Could be a different company. I can't think it'd be a Model U.
No, I don't even know what the offer was.
Pete, I'll have a chat with Lord Al, see what he wants to do. Andy, it's a trapezoid turd. Jimbo, I used to check TVs for reselling ex-hired one good days. Mark, looks like Captain Static is needed tonight. Gav, That hill mould looks like a mould taken from Rob's head. Cheers, Gav.
And I haven't got a Hoover out. That's the dirty one. Where's the clean one?
I don't know, Grace. This is where you tidy up.
No, this is where you asked me to move my stuff, so everything is kind of manic. I don't even know if it's got charge in it, to be fair.
Made a lot of money selling used TVs back then. I can remember radio rentals. What was the other one? Oh, what was the other one that used to do this? Oh, I used to buy tellies on Tick.
I don't know, I'm not that
I can't remember the name of it. Pete, yeah, it's a full scan, Grace.
Have you got in touch with them?
Grace has a fantastic wrist action using that handheld battery device. Almost as if she's done it before. Once or twice, Jimbo. Mark, looks a bit more like a lump of double chocolate cake to me, Gavin.
Right, so you are going to get Hoover warning. That one was hopefully far enough away. I think this might still be a bit wet.
Well, you did do that a bit soon.
What?
The glue, you mean?
No, you're supposed to put it down when you've done the glue. No, I thought it was sticking to the brown, but it isn't.
Going mouldy, says Andy. Granada rediffusion. Rumbelows might have been it, yeah. Robin Grace, you could put steps in it and have a bridge over the railway at the top. That's not a bad idea.
Haven't we got a footpath somewhere?
Footpath?
Yeah, footbridge. Something.
Not something that would do that, no. But that's not a bad idea. Jimbo, you can't give them away now. Maybe you should have a word with Uncle Timber.
I don't know.
See if he can create something for you, Grace.
I thought someone already had. I don't know. One of those dreams.
Mav, I worked at Rediffusion for a short while. Cool. Mark says, why did you shake the basing glue, Grace? I've never needed to shake it.
I always do, just to, if it's been unsettled, because it's also been in my house. It's just something I got told by Martin, was to just give it a shake. Same with the spray. Give it a shake before you use it.
Pete, cup of tea time. Hope you all wanted to know that. Jimbo, I saw a Ferguson TX10 on Facebook Marketplace a couple of days ago. £100 and it wasn't even working. Jesus. I remember getting my first colour TV in my bedroom. Mum and Dad. I don't know if it was second hand or not, but oh my God, it was like the latest thing at the time.
Oh.
That was cool. It's quite modern as well. It can't have been second hand because it was quite modern, where they all had like knobs and switches and stuff. This one had almost like a touch screen interface for the channels.
Look at you.
Mav, they caught you short using the TVs. Would it not be better to tip it on the side to do that?
Nope, because then the grass will go up at the wrong angle, won't it?
Dom says, shock yourself, Grace.
No.
Yeah, go on, please.
You do it then. Like go and lick a 9-volt battery while you're at it.
I've done that before.
Oh, so have I. I've also helped restart a van with a 9-volt battery. That actually works.
In '86, we had 3 TVs, 2 were colour. This would have been between 83 and 86, bro. Mark says, oh, okay, Grace, that's fair enough. Chris, my first computer monitor was a 405 black and white TV cast off from my parents.
Headphone warning.
Andy. I used to have a TV in every room. It was a bedsit. That was bad, Andy.
Oh, I didn't hoover there, jeez.
Missed a bit. Shut that up. It's too warm in here.
I'm going to say I had to take off my jumper. I've not had to do that since summer.
Yeah, I'll do it on my swear. I'll be lazy and do it on my phone instead.
With a remote just right there?
Yep.
That really is lazy.
So polite.
Mm.
Paul, if you were watching in black and white, the pink is behind the blue. I thought it was the pink's in front of the brown. Tom, we had the first colour TV in our street. My mother used to turn the colour down when the neighbours came round so they wouldn't stay.
Oh, wait, you could turn the colour down?
My first one was a green screen monitor for my Amstrad CPC 464. Rob, touch buttons okay till they got sticky with sweaty fingers stuck on a channel. I was only about 13 or 14 at the time. I'll let you use your imagination. Gab, turn that bloody vac off. No one can hear me calling for help from the cellar. I thought you and Mavs were sitting side by side on the toilet, Gavin.
I thought you'd fixed it.
Chris, in my bedsit, I had a TV and I used to charge people one can of beer to come in and watch it.
Fair play.
Timber, common fault in applicator. The battery is not secure and rattles when you shake it. Easy fix, just put some foam to make the battery tight. Else the wires will snap and stop working. It's easy enough to fix the wires too, Timber. Jimbo, a mate of mine from a wealthy family, and I remember going round his house to watch the 1970 World Cup final in colour. Cool. Mav, Brian. My dad used to hog the colour TV to watch the news. My sister and I were stuck watching an old black and white portable handed 10-inch screen. Please, someone tell me they remember the TV that was in the stereo.
Huh?
Yeah, little 2-3 inch television screen. And it was in a radio. Richard, my mum used to start winding the clock. Brian, our first computer was an Amstrad CPC 464 with a colour monitor. Mate was jealous as his was green screen. Mav, Star Trek wasn't quite as colourful. David Green, our first TVs had the valves in the back. Oh yes, I remember those. Gab, Mav is the reason I'm screaming for help. He's so demanding.
May God be with you, child.
Mav, wiggles butt and muffles the noise.
That was a good film we've just watched, actually, guys. If you like your horror films. Wrong thing. We actually watched the new Exorcist with Russell Crowe in. Good film.
It really was a good film.
Yeah.
Brian, I had a TV stereo in the 90s. Jimbo, valves were useful as they would warm up the service depot in the morning. Chris, I watched The Man on the Moon in 1969 on a 6-inch TV with radiogram and record deck underneath. Jesus. I wasn't quite born then.
I feel young at the moment, to be honest.
Dom, please tell my son Shyla hello and to be cool like his father and like trains. Shyla, you've got to be cool. Trains are cool. So you've got to be like your dad and like trains. Paul Woods. Mav, here's a jug of water. That is £20, please. Mav. Paul, Gabs is back in the house, mate.
I'm not as old as you or his dad, and I think trains are cool, so... I'm just re-gluing this, guys, because I think it was starting to dry.
Blooper there for you, Brian? Wait, what did you do, Grace?
Huh?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Oh, me putting the wrong lid on, I think.
Okay. Trevor, when I got married in 1971, we lived for 3 months without a telly. Jeez. Gav, number 1 member of the Gavin fan club, Paul Woods. Aaron, time to have a late night spag for dinner.
I actually had mine really late tonight.
Shyla, trains are cool, says Chris. Dom said he laughed. And mind laughing, Shayla. Get liking the trains. Be like, go and help your dad with the trains. And tell your dad he has to let you play with them. And there's 100,000 modelers shaking in their seats that I've said that. Radio rentals. That was the other one. Thank you, Snowy. That was one of the ones I was trying to remember.
I honestly feel so young right now. Because I don't have a clue all this you old people are talking about. Sorry, not sorry.
Aaron, watching and grinning. Hugh-wee. John, you having any grated cheese on top of garlic bread with it, Aaron? And Pete's asking John if Holly's okay. And the dumb thing is now, you get that done and we can't use it because the camera ain't bloody working.
What do you mean?
Well, what's it for?
Oh, yeah, but it'll still hide it.
Yeah. Chris, my mate used to go around radio rentals collecting money out of the pay-per-view slots. Oh, God, yeah. They used to have a coin slot in them, the tellies. That's how they collected the money.
Jeez.
And Richard says, that's who I used to work for, Rob. It was them and Rumbelows.
Honestly, I feel like a babe right now.
Mark, out of interest, what length of static grass are you using, Grace? Is it one colour or a mix of colours?
Mix. So this is the summer and the spring kind of in a random order as well.
2 mil, isn't it?
Yeah, just for 2 mil for the base and then I'll work it up.
Aaron, when I cook a spag bowl, I add bolognese, chilli and garlic sauce. I want a proper spag bowl.
I'll make you a proper spag bowl again if you want.
No, I want a proper one, Grace. With meatballs.
I'll make you a proper one. Also, top tip, make sure your hopper is filled before you start using it.
John, thanks for it. Had an upsetting start to the week as one of her pet rats passed away suddenly. She's looking forward to when she can help with the scenics and all that. Oh, bless. Sorry to hear that, John. Richard, I used to put them onto TVs for plots, etc. Chris, I have a ghost chili sauce I add to my spag bowl to spice it up. Rogers. Proper shade of brown as well, Grace. Suspect. Tom rented my first TV and VCR from Granada, 1985. Radio rentals, Vision hire I've not heard of. Aaron, lucky just cooking for me, 1.5 kilos of meat lasts 10 meals.
Jesus.
Granada rentals, yeah. Pleased to see that using 2mm base layer of grass first.
Always have done.
Since day one.
Yep.
Yeah, it is Roger. Oh, it is Rogers. Jimbo, my other half pre-makes tomato sauce and puts into jars.
Yes.
Then when you need it as a base for any recipe, it's always there. Well, it's on top of the freezer in the garage.
Yeah, I remember you saying she sorts it out for you, doesn't she?
Look at all that wasted grass.
Would you like to come and do better?
No, I just want to see you shop yourself. Brian, I need to learn to do layering. It's easy enough, buddy.
The only thing I recommend is it's if you're doing everywhere the same, it's easier because the spray. But when you're trying to do like certain areas, it can be harder. Definitely have a bit of cards to make sure only a small area that you want it gets covered. But bear in mind, if you wanted to say this is like your 4 mil, you'd put a bit of card round like there. Just account for a little bit of extra area that you might catch with the spray.
And have some dead grass. Always have some dead grass in it.
Where have I put my...
Focus? What focus, Richard? Is it out of focus? Shouldn't be, unless there's something in front of it.
I always have a habit of doing that though, let's be fair.
Don't forget to mention earlier start next week with Brian's Apollo. I've mentioned it once, but yeah, absolutely right. Next week, this time next week, we will be starting at 6 p.m, finishing at 8. Thank you to Brian for allowing that, and Brian will be going from 8 o'clock onwards.
Our shifts are all about at the moment, guys, so at the moment it's a new shift. Whether it will continue, we don't know.
Have one meal, then 3 portions in plastic boxes from the local takeaway Chinese.
Yep.
Exactly, Aaron.
That's what Chinese boxes are for, isn't it?
Yep.
Even though there's a plastic ban, isn't it funny how Chinese is still give you the plastic tubs even though they're not supposed to?
Luncheon vouchers, or £55 notes as we call them. Alan, static grassing makes my brain hurt. Thank God for Captain Static. TV rental shops, Rob. Gavin, big thanks to everyone here. Shout out to our patrons, subscribers, mods, all the donators and gifters, as well as our lurkers. Big love from Grace and Rob, who appreciate every supporter. Very true, and thank you. Jimbo, some random nonsense. All the planets are visible tonight and aligned.
Here?
Yeah, they're just not visible from here, Jimbo. John Penny, just hit the like button. Thank you very much.
Although planets are lining out, I just think of Hercules. I do.
Hercules?
Yeah, where they're going to release and as part... Have you never watched Disney's Hercules?
I can't say that. Let's have a look. Yep, we ain't got a hope in hell. And I'm so glad David's not around for me to say that. I'll get told off.
What, hope in hell?
Yeah. Told you off the other week, you'll probably tell me off soon.
No, I got told off of a heinous situation.
Aaron, just found a leak in my hot water bottle. Thought it was from me.
Oh. Hope you've not burnt yourself. I'm lucky the last time.
Brian, give me a shout when you're free and I'll give you a video demonstrating how to lay a static grass. Brian, we can see Neptune. Richard, go and have a look. Timber, I can't see Uranus. I don't want you seeing my anus.
No, they got the view of the mountains. They ain't getting Uranus.
I think it peaks at 3 o'clock in the morning, doesn't it? I think that's the most visible time for it.
I don't know. Right, so just leave that a minute.
I've heard of paint your nails. Brian, I'm not ready yet. It will be a few months before I'm ready. Mix 92, time for another beer. I imagine Jimbo's glass is getting empty too.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't actually said yet, has he? And also love to your... you did say earlier, Jimbo, but love to your little helper as well. I do hope he's feeling better soon.
Pete, who's bending over then, Timber? Brian, look in the mirror, Timber. Tom, simultaneously relieved and not relieved. Mark, yeah, don't hang around when Alan Buckland Junction tries to static grass, otherwise you might get hit with a static grass applicator.
Really? Oh dear.
David, if the planets are aligned, your clocks will start running backwards. That wouldn't surprise me. Mark and Lisa, evening guys, just got back off shift, straight into the chat. Welcome in. Hope you both are keeping well.
Where's my pots?
Where's your what?
Pot.
Pot.
Yeah, I've got a pot of 2. I can just put them there.
You've got pot or you...
Well, it is green.
Yeah, just don't try smoking it. Alexa. Oh, it hasn't said it yet, has it?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Heater.
No.
No, I didn't think I'd. Trev, not sure I'll be drinking later tonight. Just don't drink the water, Mav will swear at you. Unless he's still stuck on the toilet with Gavin.
What are we doing as well?
About what?
Time.
We'll keep it going for a little while, can't we?
Yeah, the only problem is I've just got to leave that settle for a minute before I can hoover it, and then...
I thought you could go straight back at the next
I like to leave it. I was recommended it. You don't have to, but it's...
We'll flick it back to you for a minute then and read the comments.
No, I was going to have a thing. I shall read the comments. So.
Jimbo, refill successful. Couldn't possibly mention how many until I've seen my lawyer. Oh yeah, you don't want to commit to it, do you, mate?
Oh dear.
Chris, I was born under a rather dim and uninteresting bunch of stars that look like a dead dog if you squint.
So yeah, with this is
2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Grace, what do you do with the waste? There is no waste. That's why we've got what we call a clean hoover, because it goes into that and then goes straight back into the tub, right?
You obviously don't have to, and you've got to be so careful. The amount of times I've forgotten, I've gone on to the next gauge grass and forgotten, which isn't the end of the world if you're going to use it as layering grass. But if you want it purely for that, like 2 or 4 or whatever, if you mix it up, then you will get the bigger in there.
Digger Evanson's in the house.
Good evening, Digger, darling. But what I've done is this is a mix of spring and summer because we are a summer layout. However, it's now when I start going to the 4 and the 6 that I will add the dead and the muddy grass in certain patches. You don't want it all, but I'll probably try and get some like in here where you can't see that. In here where like the hill bits are, and I was really happy with above the tunnel actually how well that went.
Yeah, the last time I tried to static grass, he got really angry and I had to dodge the flying applicator. Like Maura says, Brian, you put it back in the tub and reuse. Pete flushes his.
Flushes?
John says, I think some sweep up and reuse.
You don't have to, obviously. It's not that expensive. No. But especially the one tip that Martin, and I am still awful of it, is I do put too much. It's not so bad on the first level, 2mm, and the fact I can turn this upside down, but you've got to be careful as you go to your next layers that you don't overcoat it too much. Because... Sorry.
Donegal Dad says get the stockings out, and they're his own stockings as well, from what I heard.
Yep, it's Saturday night.
Alan Reynolds, I'm celebrating with Mick92. Cheers, Preds. Chin chin, dear chap.
Mark started it. He's brought it on the live about stockings. See, he corrupts our lives.
Yep. Well, we know what we're doing next Thursday then. We are going to twist every single work Mark says. I had one of those joke mirror clocks that was giving great fun, but the joke was on me because I got so used to reading that it looked dummy trying to read normal clocks. Jason has a clock on his wall that goes backwards. Mark Donald Gould, is the power back on? Yeah, his power came back on this afternoon, didn't it, Mark? Jimbo, when it comes to refill, how many is too many? If you can still see enough to refill, it's not enough.
Yeah.
John, is that with or without a lady wearing them, Mark? Exactly. But these ones out of the stockings that Mark uses are out of his own personal collection.
And his makeup. Don't forget his makeup.
Yep.
And his makeup brushes.
I agree, Grace. Although you don't have to, always leave the base for a few minutes first, unless Loretta do bring it off.
And the reason why you've got to be careful on the next few layers is not going too thick is as you do your layering spray, if you haven't hoovered it up, it just gets stuck down there. So you've got to be so careful not to do the layers too thick, and I did with that 2mm.
Dan Sterling sat running trains with my dog. She's upside down with legs in the air. Got another cup of tea. Well, apparently Chris, was it Chris? He's got his legs up in the air and he wants a belly rub as well. Donegal Dad makes a change. Time may not exist. It may just be a series of nows. Well, don't forget, time itself, as we know it, is a man-made thing. Mark, Brian, only use stockings with ladders in, or it's a waste. Mark, are they seamed stockings? Well, That's down to Mark Donegal Dad to answer that one. Pete, did you have any damage in Ireland, Mark Donegal? Trev, Grace is always getting us to wear suspender belts. No, that was only for one night, Trevor. If you're still wearing your suspender belt now, perhaps you're on the wrong channel and you've got some other certain sites you need to visit. Big 92 fishnets.
Brian also said, mine are, Mark.
So are Lisa's, Brian. Are you blaming Lisa now, or Mark, are you another one that's actually using... Is it a Mark thing?
Could be a Mark thing.
It could be a Mark thing. They have their own collection of stockings.
I don't know. Seems like a lot of male modellers are into all that. Stockings, makeup brushes, makeup. Hey ho,
Well,
maybe...
Like I said earlier, wasn't it? If she steals your hoodie, you get a pair of black thongs and you're Batman.
Yeah. Or should we create like a special hour at Model Rail Crew? Just let the male modellers be who they want to be. Bring your stockings, bring your makeup. We won't batter an eyelid. And some of you
Victor
have
Levitt
heels.
shoot now.
No night, Victor, darling.
Yeah, no damage, got away with it. Lots of trees down around the area. Sun School is missing part of the route. Jesus. Mark, it could be. Chris, I'm only Charlotte the Harlot on Friday. Not on a Saturday if the money's right. Classy look, Mark. David Green, have I missed something with everyone talking about stockings?
Or of a vicar.
It's best not to ask, David, honestly. It's best not to ask, sir. Pleased to hear that, Mark. Just sent you a photo of Robin Grace. Let's have a look.
I was going to say, I don't even know where my phone is. Somebody's really enjoying since I put my blanket down there, isn't they?
Oh. That sounds like... Don't move too much because that sounded like it was on the floor.
It is.
Mark has a pussy.
Oh, Jess. God, she's got big.
Yeah.
Wow, has she grown? She was
My
like...
phone isn't in airplane mode, you know that, don't you?
That's why I handed it back pretty sharpish.
John, I think it's coming out show, David Green. Roll on the warmer months so Brian can wear his stockings.
Finish my cup of tea. I'm just finishing my cup of tea or I won't get drunk. Donegal Dad, maybe I should have a late night stream, adult only. I think maybe we should do an hour at Model Rail Crew. Just be yourself, have a competition.
Well, that's us counted out of it, isn't it? Because you're only having adults in. That's not fair.
Dang it. Jess likes wires. Yeah, so does Morgan. Who else thinks Mark Donegal Dad should have a late night adult only stream, guys? And tonight I'm going to be...
I think Mark would make a very good share. You know, in the turn back time video.
I was going to say, and we're all going to be saying if I could turn back time.
Yeah. There's your challenge, Mark Donegal Dad. You've got your next live stream after the watershed. You've got to dress up as Cher.
Yep, said Mark and Lisa. I'm saying nothing, says Richard. Bri, I'm not wearing my stockings at Crew. Oh,
you did that last year, didn't you?
If you don't have a cordless vacuum for Hoover and excess grass, you can put a stocking over a standard vacuum nozzle, and when to switch off, it releases the grass. Yep, good tip, Timber. I think somebody may replace the Vivian
I didn't realise
from in this chat at this rate. Yeah, sad news on that one, John. Left for a couple of days as well, apparently. Pardon me. just been advised there is a secret location containing some cheese straws. Well, let me say this, they are yummy. Not so secret anymore. My mum used to make nice cheese straws.
I think I've done them many moons ago.
No, we need to try like that banana fritter thing that we saw.
Mark, nobody wants to see that. Right, let's have a quick chat poll, guys. How many of you want to see Mark dress up as Cher? No, don't.
No, I'm going to do it. Why not?
Jesus. We want to know how many people want to see Mark Donegal Dad dressed up as Cher. Now, bear in mind that if it goes the way I think it will, Mark has to commit to this. Just as I commit to wearing a yellow dress.
Yeah. Chris
will come as Lola. Trevor Bill, with my initials. I'm keeping that. Yeah, that's probably the best idea, Trevor. I wonder what Trevor would come dressed as.
I remember seeing them on Blankety Blank over Christmas and then heard the news, which was a shock. Yeah, a few things are going on there, unfortunately. But yeah, apparently we're on their own for a couple of days.
We all know why Val Dunican never had his initials on his jumper.
So, Mark, are you looking at this poll? And if you just voted no for yourself, well...
That don't count.
22 votes. I don't even know how many's in, so...
Yes and hell yes.
Yeah. So, answer on the poll, guys.
Mark's next live stream will be running after 9 o'clock.
No, you can't get him... Not the next one. You've got to give him a chance to get all the stuff and wax his legs at least. You might want to wax his legs. He'll have that done by
next week. He's got most of the stuff already.
Mark, happy days. He's gone very quiet.
Oh, Mark, we love you. If I could turn back time. And that's what Mark's wishing right now.
Yeah, he's like, why did I come in this live again?
How to drop Mark Donegal Dad in it in one easy lesson.
Sorry, not sorry.
42 likes and 45 in the chat. That's not too bad.
Weird, it's not updated on there. This is only saying 24 votes. Oh, likes. So go on, guys, in the chat. Come on, let's do this poll, guys. There's still some of you that haven't answered.
I hope Mark's missus is somewhere in earshot. Or the kids. John, keep the legs as they are, Mark. You can have the French look instead.
Is that a battleship barrel in your pocket, or are you pleased to see me?
Robin Gray. You all right, Jake? Dress up as a chair or share.
Yeah, I think Donegal...
Well, he tried making lewd jokes tonight. I think it's kind of backfired.
Yeah. Who voted no? Exactly.
We know who voted no.
It's probably him, and he's got his daughter to come on and vote no as well. Wow, Mark, does your missus know you dress up as a woman or your daughters know? Well, they gave him the tips, didn't they?
So don't forget, Donegal Dad's stream next week. Just type in that you need to see. Mark, probably. Yeah, guaranteed, Jake. Mark is searching for his fake ID and is currently searching online for cheap flights to Australia.
So I am going to hoover up just for a second, guys. Hoover warning.
I'm going to the line.
See, there wasn't actually anything on there, or very little, but I realised because I can at least pick this up and turn this one upside down, where, you know, when it's things like the mountains, I can't really do that, so when you do little things, it's easier because you can literally turn it up, give it a shake, and that'll get rid of any excess. That is the handy thing. This is where it gets a bit messier, however, because your spray, obviously, you can't control. So there is the pump action spray bottle. I know if you're abroad, well, that might have changed now that they've got stock lists abroad. But it does make it a lot easier. I'm hoping to do a live stream tomorrow as early as I can and go for a record live while I try to tidy the loft and get the trains running. A nice one, Alan. We are working till midnight tomorrow. So we will try and catch you and come in, but no promises. You never know until the shift how busy it's going to be. I think Mark would have preferred if it had been a chair mic. Apart from having a fingertip, can't feel it. I'm pretty much good, says Jake. Camera Hill is looking good. Thank you, Richard, darling. The mould looks nice and furry. After the shake, it gets messy. Mark is appearing dressed in his outfit.
So that's the hashtag you have to type in Mark's chat next week.
So yes, let's move on to the floor now anyway.
Where are you on the chat?
End of it.
Simon.
What time, Alan? Mark, is it? Yeah, we're talking static grass. So that's that one.
Mick 92, I like a furry mound. Oops, wrong stream.
So
I prefer a trimmed mound.
yeah. So we've now got the 4 spring and summer, and then I'll be adding in some of the patchy after as well.
A well-maintained lawn. I think that's what you call it, isn't it?
Yes. But because we're getting to the 4 now, I am going to use my deballer. Ouchies. And it just helps break up the balls.
How are we doing on the... 10% no, 50% yes, 40% hell yes. So there we go. Done and dusted.
Sorry, not sorry, Mark.
The only problem with pump layering sprays, you cannot control where it goes that easily. That's very true.
Yeah, I wasn't the hugest fan of it. However, I know, like before the stock list, I don't know if they've managed to get it to sellers. But I know internationally, if you order, you can only get the pump action. They might have worked something out for stock list.
Jimbo, I'm happy just to be able to spell mound. If you can spell mound, you haven't drunk enough yet, Jimbo. Mark says, Mick, I prefer a nice tidy strip. You're probably sharing a bit too much information about Lisa there, Mark. Jake, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say. And Brian says I wanted to see how that works. The pump layering spray, it's...
We do have it, it's just not my favourite.
No, it's not the favourite, is it?
I think because it's a bit heavier as well. So I made the fatal mistake when I made my first tufts of using the spray, and it obviously sent it all flying.
Timber Surf, I'm too scared to buy a deballer. That's because you're looking on the wrong websites there, Timber. You need to go to WWS. Brian, does that break up the balls?
Yes. Yep. Quick and painless.
Mark, I'll try and give it a call tomorrow, Alan. Mark, yes, yes, yes. Mick likes a Mohican.
Okay.
Is that another way of a Brazil landing strip?
I would imagine so.
What do you prefer, Grace?
Now that is information I only need to know.
No, I mean, what do you prefer on others?
Nicely trimmed.
Nicely trimmed.
I would say. Nobody
because
likes
that's not hiding anything.
Nobody likes getting hair in your teeth.
No.
Oof.
Grass in your teeth.
Yeah, sorry. Grass in your teeth. Sorry, what are we talking about?
Grassing.
Okay. So I am going to do the majority of this with the...
And Hurricane's in the house.
Hello!
Hello, how the bloody hell are you, buddy?
Now, the biggest mistake I made, not with the layering spray, but the bush and foliage spray...
We're talking about bushes again.
Yeah, because I didn't... I was going to say shave it then. Because I didn't shake it... Both S's. Because I didn't shake it throughout, that's why it ended up being white over one of the trees. I did manage to save it, but the biggest thing is make sure you keep shaking these. Not as bad when you're doing the layering spray because you're getting your big areas, but especially the tree and bush foliage spray, if you're doing a tree or whatever, make sure you keep shaking it.
Richard wants to know what stream this is again.
RGJ, of course.
Slowly going south. Right. John, can someone please put a link up to Alan Reynolds' YouTube? Mick, not good, the dentist for a haircut. Now, the deep ball is good for breaking up the static grass ball for an alternative. You can use a fine mesh sieve instead. Glad you said that, Grace. I refrained from saying it. I'm fine. Thank you for asking, Robin Grace.
So yeah, that is the only disadvantage when you come to the spray, is you've got to be less picky on what gets covered.
Jimbo, it's the secret Dutch rental satellite channel stream. I thought the German one was good as well. Hurricane, how are you, Robin Grace? Yeah, we're all good. Slowly getting over a cold, but all good. Pete, calling it, guys. Thanks for the great live, Robin Grace. Night, everyone. You all stay safe. You take care, Pete. Best wishes to Sue as well.
So this is where too thick or whatever it starts going wrong. But I do usually go over with the applicator after just to give it like a secondary boost as well. And I made the mistake of not covering the base so it's got glue on the thing. Yep. So that glue I won't, that grass I won't use again because it's all bunched up in me spray. You probably could use it. I don't know how it would affect it though.
I wouldn't bother.
It'd probably come out clumpy. So if I can angle this for you guys
She's
to
got a
see.
sticky bush now, guys.
Can you see the static effect there, guys? It's hard to show on camera, isn't it?
Hurricane, I recently uploaded a video assembly of a P51D Mustang with Yugoslav markings. I love the P51 Mustang. It's from Mr. Craftsman, scale 172. Sweet. Jimbo, I heard that a second application using the battery applicator has its benefits. You have to be careful though, because sometimes it gets too sensitive. Isn't it, Grace?
What?
The second application of the battery applicator. Using it a second time, it might be too sensitive.
I told you I prefer mains. Oh, and moving this about as well is another tip I was told. Not keeping it in one area is another tip. And obviously my grassing is nowhere near the compared to like Martin and those that have been doing it years. But I would say there's improvements from when I first did it. At least my grass looks static now.
As opposed to moving around.
Huh?
Static means immobile.
No, static is in up on edge. It's statified.
Sticky bush, that sounds painful. And it makes you have to trim it as well.
So as you can see, there's not actually much going on there because I'm not overcoating it. And that was the mistake I used to make, is I would literally go over it again and again. And that is what was building it up and also caused the issues. One, bad glue because I'd left it out in the cold. And secondly, too thick, and that's when after it's dried, it will literally peel away on you.
Hurricane, also this hill reminds me of Pruska Gora, one mountain near the city of Novi Sad.
Yeah, I don't know if Martin watches this, but I do thank Martin for all the tips and, you know, he's always been there for help and support if needed.
Yeah, he's a great person to talk to, he is. Especially when we step up on other things as well.
Yeah.
Patience of a saint, that guy.
Well, he has to have patience to put up with me.
Everybody has to have patience putting up with you.
Exactly. So the reason I haven't done the top straight away is this is where I want to start adding some of the dead. So I'm actually going to put the grass away from here for a minute. I need another tub.
Oh, excuse me.
Unless there is already one.
There's quite a delay on this tonight.
Oh yeah? Maybe the weather.
Hurricane only needs a turn up a Sloboda Bridge. Literal translation is Liberty Bridge. Well, this one, Hurricane, is a hill with a secret. If you turn it around, Grace. The reason for that cutout is when the blooming thing works, it's to hide a webcam. We're gonna have one of the webcams we're gonna have on the layout when we get it sorted properly for live streaming so people can watch. But we didn't want to be able to see the cameras. Timber, like spray paint, very important to have cans at warm temperature before using. Jimbo, 73's all, don't forget whiskey will be later in the week, should be posted out Tuesday. No worries, mate, I shall give you a shout when it arrives safely, and thank you so much. Brian, good tip, Timber, I put cans in a bucket of warm water.
Huh. So obviously that was one of the mistakes we made last year, is I had the spray cans, I'm being told, not as bad. And obviously now we've got the heater, it's probably never going to get as cold. But I left things like the basing glue out. And when I used it last January, it just was peeling off. And that's when Martin said it's probably because of the glue. So, new glue it was.
Mark, yeah, definitely keeping the application moving where it's static grassing, otherwise you'll end up with a coating, as Grace said. Plus you'll end up with a pile of flat grass as well. Roger! We were talking about you earlier and your chili saucer. Static grass tonight, scrunching time. But again, since the nickname of the bridge is called that way, it's opened the 23rd of October 1985, when there was a marking the anniversary of liberation in the Second World War. Oh, cool. Oh, the bridge piece came. Oh, okay. Put rock on the top. Yeah, there are going to be a few rocks on this to make it blend in with an area it's near to. But it was more about being able to hide the webcam.
I'm also thinking possibly a tree. I don't know.
I'm very careful with my spray matte varnish. I had a disaster a few years ago where a loco got all hazy. Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus. Hurricane, the city of Novi Sad was liberated on the 23rd of October 1944.
So this is one of the only issues when you re-keep grass. If you don't do it on a tidy area, or say your hoover's got bits in, you do end up getting obviously a little bit in it. So you've got to pick them out. But sometimes I have unfortunately had to lose some grass sometimes because it has just got too many bits in it.
Timber, PVA glue spoils if you let it freeze. Very true. Chris, the last combat in the West in World War II was in Yugoslavia. Hurricane, also on February the 1st, the city of Novi Sad will celebrate its birthday. Cool. It's one series I like as well as the Band of Brothers. I love that series.
Yeah, we watched that, didn't we, again recently?
We need Tom Hanks to make another good war film, don't we?
Yeah. Right, so this is where it does get a little bit finicky. Because, like I say, the spray, you haven't got as much control as for glue.
Grace, the dry stone wall and you were painting a few weeks back, did you get it from Rutland? No, that came from WWS as well.
Why, do you want some? Drop us a message.
Aaron, Band of Brothers, excellent.
So you're right.
Very true. I've watched that quite a few times. Yes, it was well, Chris. Since the war in Yugoslavia ended on May 15th, 1945, because there were remaining German troops and their collaborators.
So, I don't know if you can see now the difference between the 4 that I've done here, and then you've still got only the 2 here. And you can even see they do still blend together, so that is the good thing about the aerosol spray, is because it does just go a bit random, it does give you that more blended in effect. So yeah, that's that one. But like I said, it can get interesting now when you use like the patchy and that.
Aaron Bill, I found a leaky hot water bottle. Thought it was me. Good. I thought we already typed that.
Yeah, I think it might be repeating again. Weird. Because this is definitely where your card and things come in handy.
You don't want too straight a line, though, do you?
No, this just gives rough. It's
Okay.
you might see there it had literally just sprayed a big area, but that really can't be helped.
You do need to depress the button properly, though. Otherwise, it will kind of dribble out.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of dribbling.
Right, okay. I think after you've done that bit, Grace, we'll call it.
Yeah. So I don't know again if you guys can just see that colour difference. See, I've still got to bring in the green.
Roger, my chilli sauce is wonder cured. Got the flu. 1 teaspoon of super duper hot chilli sauce 3 times daily, and I was right as rain in 3 days. Damn, I should have tried that.
Yeah, you should have. Where is the chilli? Was Mum not eating it all?
No, it's still in the fridge.
Oh, I thought Mum had finished it off.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise.
So I don't know if you've...
Oh, she's been nicking.
Yeah.
You can
So-
static that... You can static grass that fluffy hill with Grace.
So this is the only thing as well, if you've only got a few hoppers, is you're changing out. But I would rather change out and take my time than lose this effect.
Aaron, got 2 rolls of 3mm cork from my model railway club today. £2 each. Bargain. Sweet. And I think that's the one thing we're going to do on the next sort of iteration, is all of the board will have 3mm cork over it.
There's lots of things we learned. I think before we do the next one, we're probably going to do a lowdown of what we've learned and what we're going to do different, aren't we? So at least anybody that's brand new at that stage, we can say, well, we've completed 1 railway. We're still going to make mistakes on the second, but what's the harm in that? So again, make sure that I have just shaken out. I thought I had.
Shake.
But that is the easier thing with something like this.
Hurricane, some of them did retreat to Allies, but the Allies, when the Soviets surrendered, they were sent to new Yugoslav governments. Some of them had a trial. Jesus. And make sure that you shake the can regularly when you're using the spray, so that the spray is always mixed and sprays properly. Do you need more chili sauce? It depends how hot this next one's going to be, Roger. Because I know you were saying it was 10 times hotter before.
So yeah, you're spraying it now. The only other thing that was recommended to me as well is obviously when you finish the entire piece, then just give it 1 final seal. Just to make sure like your last layer and that is sealed in. I think I might add a bit more dead, possibly going down here actually, but I could always just leave that to the 6. But hopefully you guys can see the difference now of what...
Paul looks at Aaron. It was you that leaked, not the hot water bottle. Hurricanes. Some of the captured Germans and collaborators were sentenced to death, and some of them had labour, while others they had to spend time in prison. Roger, is that 4mm dead grass? Is it 4 or 6?
This patch here is 4mm dead. No, patchy, and then it's for 6 I've got the dead in. So,
Chris, use some today with noodles, Roger.
so yeah, I definitely think my grassing skills have come on a long way, because at least this grass doesn't look flat, which is what was the biggest problem we kept getting. But I'm sorry guys, for some reason my notifications are going mad.
Mark, peekaboo, Grace.
Peekaboo?
Huh?
I don't know. But yeah, there we go guys. We actually have our hillside done. I don't know if I'm going to add 6. Maybe if I do, I might do like over there where just like the edges, I've got the 6. It is harder obviously to cover straight down. That is always going to be an issue. But this, again, here is where we're going to get like... I'll show that so it doesn't... here is where we're going to have the bushes that are removable, so at least we can remove it for the filming. So I can always maybe do it, but you're not really going to see that, so it's not the end of the world.
Mark is asking, is it safe to come back yet? Yeah, perfectly safe, Mark. The poll's been completed. You're doing share. Simon, I'm off for the night. Take care, everyone.
Good night, darling. Yeah, share. Oops, I meant Mark.
Right, guys, so we shall nurk the camera back.
Strange but dead grass brings the static grass to life. Yeah, exactly, and that's why I find, Roger, it's so important to get that mix. Sadly, obviously not with the camera, but I'm really happy with how the hill went.
You're facing away from the camera now. It's showing you and not the...
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise it was on me. I'm really happy with above the train line. That last lot grassing I've done, because that's obviously the tips I've had, and it is improving, and I think that mixture of grasses make a difference. I do need to have a proper experiment. I think we do need to get some autumn and things like that at some point, just to have an experiment. We have played it quite safe with, well, it's me grassing, isn't it? I have played it quite safe, but I think, don't we all, when we're starting something new, especially when it's something like this, you don't want to ruin. My static never stands up. Well done. So yeah, the tips I were given is giving it that good shake at the angle. Oh, you can't see there. At that angle, you know, moving it around. And this doesn't have to go onto a pin, but it also doesn't have to go right up to it. You can have it a bit further away.
You don't have to, yeah, I was going to say, you don't have to connect it to the place, do you?
No.
That is one thing Martin always said.
That's why I said about a pin. You know, but again, it just takes time to practice with it. I think I'm still getting there, but the biggest thing as well is, even if you don't think it's coated and you're layering, don't panic and don't overcoat it, because that's where I was getting the issues. The only reason this has gone so smoothly is I can literally turn it upside down and shake it, but areas like the hill where you can't move it, you've not got that option. So, you know, it's one of those things. But anyway, on that, guys, I think we're going to call it a night for tonight. We are in slightly later tomorrow, but I think we're going to have a bit of a chill evening and things like that. And then members of Patreon 2 weeks' time. Next week, remember, we're starting at 6, not 8. Thank you again to Brian for that. We're just out like just after 8 on Sunday morning, so there was no way we could do it. And Prescott Portraits is back next week as well. So thank you all. Good night. And Craig, you've just popped in. Lovely to see you, darling. Do you know the Muffin Man? But we are just heading off out. So night night, everyone. Thanks for joining us again. And
Paul need to do his thing.
Yes, Paul does need to do his thing. And once again, if anyone here is obviously friends or family of Paul Botterill, you know, we do send our love to you guys. Our thoughts and prayers are with you all. He was a great character. He really was.
And everybody, please say goodnight to Cher. And don't forget, next Thursday, the hashtag is if I could turn back time.
Stay safe until next the bar is closed. Tea room for you next, Gav. So yes, we're going to go to our 1 minute warning. Thank you, Paul, and put it on mute, and we will see you all on the next one. Good night, guys.